basement killer. Beats in the hood.
Smith is next.
We always have that good monster can shot.
It's your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is Military Crazy Raw. Drink champs, yappy out.
That's right.
Make some noise! Now, we said that when we do this show, we want to give it to legends. We want to give it to people who has deserved it, who has earned this right. This brother here attacks politics, attacks, real world issues direct, straight on. Got classic stand-up issues, specials, excuse me.
I got issues too.
Yeah.
I got classic issues too.
Got classic 2 seasons on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you must be living under a rock, because I'm in shock. So in case you don't know what we're talking about the one and only motherfucking Mo in the building! Because I just thought about it, because I'm looking at the cocaine section that we got over there.
Cocaine section?
Yeah, that's Colombian right there. Then we got, where's Mr. Lee Dominican? You pointed out the Scarface accent. Are we good if ICE run up in here right now?
Probably not. I'm good. I got my papers. I'm good to go. Honestly, I've been through enough at this point that I'd be like, but I'll just roll with the punches at this point. I'm like, whenever I get out, this is going to be a hot 20 minutes of stand-up. That's how I think about shit.
So is it true that you didn't get your papers for 20 years?
That's absolutely true.
So how does that work? How do you navigate being in this country without papers? Because, and then I'm going to give you my London story, because I like your London story. Jesus.
Well, the thing is that you know, I was documented, it wasn't undocumented. So the way you do is you file for asylum, and the asylum proceedings take quite some time. So before I even had my asylum granted, it took 10 years. And people think like when you get your asylum granted, you become a citizen. Well, no, it's not the case. You get your asylum granted, you wait 5 years to get your green card. And once you get your green card, you have to wait 4 years and 9 months before you apply for citizenship. So in totality, it took me almost 20 years. Just shy of 20 years.
So let me ask you, then, this is out of stupidity.
No, it's fine.
Does that happen for everybody getting their citizenship, or does the guy from Scotland get his in 6 months?
No, I mean, it depends. I mean, each situation is different.
But you started with asylum, though, so that's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So if you file for asylum, it's its own process, and it does take time. You can't like skip the process. Right. And they're so far behind in the court systems that it's just, it's by chance. And for us, we had all kinds of things that happened along the way that delayed it even further. I mean, my father passed away. He had a lawyer, and he had everything set up. And then once he passed, we didn't know who the lawyer was. We had to kind of start over again,
like the stuff in the series.
Yeah, right? Exactly what happened in the series. Exactly, that was a copy paste from episode 7 in season 1, where we finally get the case. We finally get the. We go into court, and hopefully that we're going to get our asylum granted. And then he says, "I'm sorry, once he realized who my father was, I was looking for him. I didn't know that he passed away." He got teary-eyed. He says that he has to remove himself from the case for conflict of interest. And that delayed us another 8 months. You know what I mean? So things just happen along the way. And I always, take a stance of I'm a privileged refugee, right? Like there's a lot of people.
Privileged refugee.
Yeah, I am privileged in a way. Like, yes, there was a struggle to get the paperwork. Yes, there was all these obstacles, but I was still in a situation where there was opportunity for me to grow and make it. I mean, look where I am here today. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful. So I don't want to compare myself to others that are living in a tent, or those that are that didn't even make it to the other country because they died along the way. Like there's some really, really serious conditions that refugees have to live under for most of their lives, if not their entire lives. So I don't don't want to necessarily, I got to make sure that I point that out. Like, I'm very, very privileged, and I know that even though it was a massive struggle and a lot of turmoil to get over and still work through, Well, it's got very serious. I thought this shit was fun. Every time I fucking come on podcast, it becomes so damn serious.
But you know what's crazy? Let me just tell you something.
I was hoping this one would be more fun.
No. I'm going to tell you something. What's crazy is me watching the specials, me watching the stand-up. That's what your life kind of is. It's like you kind of make light of some very serious conversations, but you make it funny. And it's like that's a gift in itself. Like,
it's a natural reaction to these situations. Like, there's nothing else to do. Like, it's so fucking depressing. You have to create something funny out of it. And it's very natural. It's not forced. It's just by like even in the series, I just decided to put my character through the most pressure cooker of a situation. The more awkward or difficult the situation was, the funnier it gets, right?
Okay.
Or maybe even elicit some kind of reaction from the viewer. Like, that was my intent. And that's what it does. It's just a natural reaction to the insanity happening around me.
So let's talk about the series for a second, right? The fat guy in the series, I believe, season 1, right?
Yep.
He had you in the corner. He had the guy. For some reason, it was boxing. It was a gangster, Houston, big guy. Who's the gangster from Houston that's related to Boston? Little J.
No, this is no correlation at all whatsoever. Stop trying to connect dots. He was just the best man for the role. That's it. He just happened to be fat, just like me. You stop smoking weed, bro. He's got everybody's pictures up and shit.
I was watching it this morning, and I was like, he thinks he's slick. I was like, instead of it being Little J, it's Big J. He flipped it, but look, he's giving us clues. He's at the boxing ring. He's at the boxing. I saw it was a conspiracy theory.
No, the boxing ring is in 3rd Ward. I mean, shout out to the Trey. It's another neighborhood that's close to my heart, just like A-Leaf, the neighborhood I grew up in. And that boxing gym was founded by my dear friend's father, who was Reverend Ray Martin. And that gym has, has done a lot of great things for the community, and that's why I filmed it there.
Okay,
it had nothing to do with some.
My bad.
But I do that shit. I do plan. I do. Yes, I do as well. But I absolutely am very mindful about having little seeds that I plant along the way. Little hidden gems along the way. Yes.
Because like even in the series, right? There's a part where you're a young man. And then they start cracking jokes.
This is coffee, not Guinness. Yep.
Okay. Damn, I was about to question.
Just like Guinness.
I know. I ain't gonna lie.
Say that.
I was gonna keep it to myself. But so there's a time. I guess it's a double entendre, right? You as a kid, you walk over. These 2 kids are fighting. I believe they're both Mexicans. I mean, because
they're playing the dozens.
Yeah, right. And then you walk over, you laugh, and then one of the kids like start fighting on you. Now, here's a question that I have. Was that the first time you saw comedy? Was that the correlation for that scene? Was it the first time you saw comedy, or that was the first time you was being American bullied?
No, that's definitely not the first time I've seen comedy. It's the first time I've seen people play the dozens, where they just rag on each other's mothers, right?
Okay, so
I've never seen that. As an Arab person, as a Muslim person, that's the most sacred human being next to you is your mom. So I'm like, and I had a British accent and shit. I was like, he's talking about
ragging on each other?
Yeah. Your mama's so fat.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You never heard of dozens?
Nah. What is that? That's like ragging on each other?
Dissing each other.
Okay, all right. I can tell the way
your mama's like a doorknob. Everybody gets a turn. That shit.
Dozens is like a term like Richard Pryor, like that era. They
like mama jokes.
Yeah, mama jokes. Yeah.
That's the first time as a Muslim, as an Arab guy that's just fresh off the country I went to a British English school. I heard people, your mama's so fat, everybody gets a turn. Your mama's so, your mama gets around. She's like a doorknob, everybody gets a turn. I was like, what the? I was like, what is going on? This is so absurd. Talking about each other's mummies. It was just, you couldn't believe this is there's a murder that's about to happen in our culture if you talk about somebody's mom like that. Right. And this was just just jokes. I couldn't believe it.
No, but I heard you say Arabic slang, and you says one in the Arabic slang is fuck the pussy that you rolled out of.
You slid out of
Damn, that was like Jamaican. I was like, yo, suck your mother. I'm like, what the fuck? Who came first? Pause. Oh, shit. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, I have a joke about language. It's really the joke. The essence of the joke is about language. It's really funny when you talk about cursing.
We're very dumb.
No, I did not say Americans are very dumb. I am an American. I don't ever co-sign anything N.O.R.E. saying. I want to keep my citizenship. I just got this passport. I just had this passport. I've been very happy to travel the world to do stand-up. No, it's just like it was a joke about language and how sophisticated language is, and I think it's just a funny turn to take just to talk about give an example about cursing in Arabic versus English. And cursing in Arabic is much, much more, has a lot of impact after
it's deep.
bro.
I think you said it's one curse.
Fuck the pussy you slithered out of. Like, it's just fucking crazy.
And you visualize it.
It's so horrible. Yeah, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, this is impossible. Like, motherfucker is nothing.
Like
motherfucker is nothing. Fuck you, yeah, all right. You know what I mean?
You said this one word that says fuck your whole existence.
Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite.
It's your whole family.
History. Your entire history. Which means your entire history. Like my great-great-grandma, all of them, and the one before that, your whole DNA. Fuck your whole DNA. That is just diabolical. And it's not even no filthy words come out of it. It's just a sentence like Yilan Tarikh. It means damn your history. That's so fucked up.
But you know what it means.
This is a really very diverse conversation we're having right now. So how is it like losing your father?
I don't know. Like, oh shit! He just told me my mom's pussy just got out.
I need to know he's from Iraq. He needs to know these things.
What?
No.
Wait, why'd you?
Okay, so in New York,
By the way, Cypher Sound is in the building.
In New York, there's a area where he's from called Left Rack City.
Okay.
So when he came out with his group Capone and Noriega, Left Rack City became Iraq.
They called it Iraq.
And Queensbridge became Kuwait.
Capone was from Queensbridge.
Yeah.
So it's Kuwait and Iraq.
So he needs to know these terms.
Just kind of those are very different places from where you come from.
But for years, I never corrected people.
But also Queensbridge.
Why would I? Like people were like, "Hey man, you from Iraq?" I'm like, "Sure I am."
I'll take it.
Okay, all right. So what were we talking about? Okay. Comedian.
That's when I was stuck in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. London.
Yes.
You said it's hard to get in London as well.
Well, no, it was just like at that time when I didn't have a passport, it was very difficult to get into a lot of different places. But
excuse me, it's difficult to get to anywhere if you have
exactly. Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah,
well, you have what they do is they give you a refugee travel document.
Right.
So I'm stateless,
bro.
It's not.
You got so many stories.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. Like it is.
Story, yeah.
But when you have literally no other option,
like,
you don't think about it as like, oh, this is scary traveling with this. There's nothing that's scary for you.
Right.
All it is like you're just trying to get to the gig. So there's many situations where I had to I had to learn the law. I had to understand what my rights were. Most of the time, I'm educating the lady that's checking me in, or the person that's checking me in at the airport. Yeah, I was like, no. According to the United Nations in 1948, once it was founded, this refugee travel document allows you to travel internationally while you're still seeking asylum in that respective country, and therefore, regarding the rules of the United States in that respective country that I'm visiting, they have a deal in place that allows me to travel there legally. Here's a document that that's my life.
You convinced me just now.
Yeah,
you convinced me.
I was very good at it. I was very good at it. Sometimes I would mislead the agent a little bit to just let me go in, and then I would just take my chances once I got to that country. So it was kind of a situation pretty much on a regular basis.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. I was
case by case.
Yeah, it is. No, 100%. And my first gig was, I was like 19 years old. I'm going to Germany, Italy, Sicily, and I went to the German consulate the day I'm flying out to Germany. Like the most rookie ass shit. The day you're flying out, you're going to see if you can actually go to the gig.
Otherwise, you would have to be stayed. I would
have missed the whole gig. I was just the whole gig. It's my whole livelihood. I have nothing else. And it was nuts because I get to the consulate. He goes, "This might be the luckiest day of your life." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because you have a refugee travel document that's issued by the United States. It is recognized by Germany essentially as a passport. You don't need to enter Germany with a visa.
Wow.
Additionally, you can travel to Italy legally because they just passed the Schengen law. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Schengen law, which means you can, once you enter a European country within the European Union, you can travel now domestically in the other countries, so you don't need a visa anymore.
Wow.
And once I knew that loophole, I was booking gigs in Holland. I would fly in Germany, go to Germany, catch the train, go down to Amsterdam, do the shows. I was doing all kinds of moves like that just to get to where I need to get for the gig. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it God bless America for you?
God bless America. God bless everything.
Okay.
God bless everything all the time.
I love the
you
phone
can't
call.
do anything in there.
The phone call that you made, and it's like, never going to get it, never going to get it.
Yeah, when I was trying to get my citizenship, yeah, it was just like, I even forgot the bit. That was so long ago. You mentioned shit 7 years ago. I don't even remember that bit. It's funny you referencing the first special because I feel like that was one of my favorite jokes. They're all in that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's funny, with comedy, once you put out a special, those jokes go away
Yeah,
in your
it's
brain.
not your jokes no more. It's like an album. It's like an album.
But you still perform.
Yeah,
You still
it's
perform
separate.
it.
You still
You're
perform
correct.
the songs from your album.
You're correct.
With comedy, those jokes are gone, so we know them more than the comedian.
Yes.
Because we get in them
Yeah, I
afterwards.
see him second looking at me. I didn't beep that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the opposite. Like hip hop artists or musicians in general,
He's right.
they write their album in studio. They release the album. They tour the album. Comedians, we write the album live in front of the audience, and we tour it like hell. Once we get it solidified, we film it, we release it. We no longer tour the album.
Wow.
It's the direct opposite. It's honestly not that fair because some people come to the shows and be like, they start throwing requests.
And they start saying,
I wanted to
say
see
that
this
joke. Yeah.
It's a never. It's like it's lose really because every time they come out, they love the new material, but also they're like, oh, I wanted to see the other stuff.
They want the
But then
classics.
If you ever do the old shit, they'll see you like, oh, I thought it was gonna be new shit. So it's like you never. It's always a work in progress.
All right.
There's talks of some comedians like doing like greatest hits and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's some
So what
jokes
would that consist of?
there's just some jokes that are so famous to us that we love so much. But once the special comes out, they don't ever do those jokes again.
But was it always like that? Because there used to be regular albums put out by comedians.
No, but it was different though because in those days it was either just audio or a few channels that existed. So
Right.
you could release something and still essentially tour it because most people haven't seen it. It wasn't
before the
same
specials.
Yeah,
Right.
or even they had specials back then, but I'm saying like people,
specials are so big now.
Yeah, they're so big. They still would tour them back in the day a little bit to a certain degree.
Right.
Probably a lot more than today for sure. But I think that's the problem with new comedians today. Like they post everything on TikTok, they post everything that they have on Instagram, and then people come out and watch them. They're doing the same
And they do
jokes,
the same
and they don't
jokes,
have enough material, and that's not the way it goes.
Yeah.
You know, you need to save that and have patience. There's no patience anymore about nurturing the art form and really growing as a comedian, as a stand-up, and then finding yourself and then being able to get in rhythm and understand like your process, and then you just start just talking. You don't even need to depend on material. You know, just go on stage and just do your thing.
You know what's the difference? I know you said earlier. You said sometimes you think it's not fair, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that I think is really not fair is when me doing this show, I started to like research, the real chitlin circuit, right? Mm-hmm. Because we had our version of the chitlin circuit. Yeah. It was called Underground, right? or Backpack, right?
Yeah.
And we used to go to do these shows. But when I started to investigate the comedic world, I started to realize that it was a lot less comedians that made it. Meaning there was people that was on a bill with somebody that was getting $5,000 and somebody was getting $100, or something like that. And I had never seen.
That's me.
Still happens.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm talking about when you first started, because what I'm saying is, if you get a little buzz in hip hop. A bare minimum figure, you're getting 25 to $3K.
Yeah.
You get one big hit, you can eat off of that the rest of your life.
Yes,
right?
that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Potentially. I'm saying
what kind of a
one
situation.
big banger, then that's it. You can just
when I
chill.
looked at comedians and I looked at somebody maybe I would know from Staten Island and no one else knows, but he's from Staten Island and he's funny white guy, and I'm like, I like him. And then I'm like, hey, you can book him for fucking $175. He's like, what? And so that part was mind blowing to me.
Yeah, bro. My first gig, I think I made $25. Like,
Get out of here.
Yeah, $25. You were touring. You would do these one-nighters. You had the chilling circuit, like you said, for yourselves. My circuit was throughout the South. So it was me, my Toyota Camry, and just driving to one-nighter after one-nighter. You just go 7 hours this way. Before we used to make fun of this booker. Like, this motherfucker, do you have a map? You know, goddamn, bro, I gotta go up to Oklahoma. I gotta come back to Temple, Texas. I gotta go back to Oklahoma. I'm like, who the fuck is booking this? It was just really, one time he called me, he was like, listen, I got you a middle in Odessa on Friday. I got you a gig on Saturday in Muncie. I was like, where the fuck is Muncie? And then I looked it up. I was like, Muncie, Indiana. I was like, bro, I have to get off stage an hour before I go on to make it in time to Muncie, Indiana. It's a 24-hour drive. It's like, it's just absurd. But it was like $100 a gig that you can make. And if you come back with something, you are happy. But it's about like developing your art form, not really about the money. It's about the long term.
It's like a forever promo run, it sounds like.
Yeah,
like for artists, that's a promo run. Going on the road for free.
Yeah,
should go out there.
You said promo. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, you just got
like that, right?
You just got to develop your material, develop yourself as an artist, as a comedian, as you know, as
it's
stand-up,
slow
and
too,
you figure out yourself. It's very, very slow. I mean, when I walked into the comedy showcase when I was like 17 years old, my mentor Danny Martinez, he looked at me, he saw me go up on stage, and he was like, he took me aside, he took me outside actually, and he goes, "Listen, I've mentored a lot of comedians. They've gone on to have very successful careers," and he mapped out my entire life.
Wow.
And like, he told me every step of what my life is going to look like. And he told me I was going to have my own TV show. He told me I'm going to have this. I'm going to have specials. I'm going to do movies. He told me my whole life. He says, but it's going to take you 20 years. And if you're in, great. I want, you'll be my last student and you have to listen to everything I say. If you don't waste my fucking time. Are you in? I was like, hell yeah, I'm in. It was the same mentor to Ralphie May, who, was a great comedian from Houston, and T-Shawn Shannon, who wrote for SNL for many years, and many, many other comedians who ended up having their own specials and have their own success at their own levels, So I was like, as a 17-year-old kid that had no real guidance.
At 17?
Yeah, I was 17, yeah.
Wow.
I started when I was 14 in high school doing stand-up in like my classes. After my dad died, I just like stopped. I skipped school. I was living like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I would wear like fake Rolexes to school and sell them hoes.
Was that like a thought for law to do comedy back then?
Nah, it's not a stuff for law. It was just more of an unknown, Nobody really knew. Nobody knew stand-up, like, especially in my family. My mom didn't understand it. I come from a very educated family and background, so it was weird for me not to go to college, like bypass going to college and do stand-up comedy. She was just concerned for my future, just like any parent would be, Yeah.
But I was telling somebody the other day, like, it takes a long time to get good at stand-up. Because look, even as a DJ, right? If you have a shit gig in a bar, you get 3 hours.
Right.
And you practicing for 3 hours, right? Like, maybe there's 10 people in there and you like, you rocking for 3 hours. You practicing as much as you can. Stand up, you get 10 or 15 minutes.
And it might be a dude in there telling you, suck his dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta get
really
good at something.
It's really clickish.
Where you only get 10, I mean, bro, 10, 15 minutes means you have a good set. Open mics is 4 minutes. Maybe somebody lets you open up for 5 minutes. Like when I was on the radio in New York and all these comedians would come do Caroline's, I'd be like, yo, can I open up? 5 minutes before the show starts, before the host.
And that 5 minutes is taken as their 5 minutes, or that 5 minutes is like
you have a certain amount of open.
Like, right? So like, if he has 30 minutes and you say to him, "Can I get 5 minutes?"
No.
He doesn't get 30 minutes.
There's a lot of time before that.
It depends. It depends. But usually there's a lot of time for whatever. And whoever's opening, you just give them whatever time. But unless because sometimes there's back-to-back shows on weekends. Most of the time it is back-to-back shows. So therefore, the first show is affected by the second show. So you gotta. Sometimes there's some adjustments. You might take away from the first show, but the second show you can go long.
So who's been a dickhead to you when you asked to open up?
Who's been a dickhead to me when I had to open up? I mean, there was some headline, I don't remember their names, but it was just like, why are you doing this material in front of me? Or don't do that because I touch upon this. I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are, what stand-up you do. Like, I'm just doing my thing. So I was raised in stand-up as like, yo, if somebody does a joke that touches upon yours, in some way, you have to be able to pivot and move, and that's what makes you a great comedian. So I never do that to anybody who opens up for me or anybody who works with me or anything like that. I rarely ever
check them and say, yo,
yeah, ever. Yeah, not even like joke. So because mine is more like the subject matter where it becomes repetitive. It's very, very rare that I've ever even said anything like that. It's usually the circumstances there. But they do that frequently. People do that frequently. And I would say when I first started, because I was so young and I was so like, you know, just like full of energy. I'm 17, I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm very, you know, very, very expressive and all this stuff. So there's just like this shit that exists in like stand-up where they're like cliquish or you're not like this or you're not like that. I'm like, bro, I'm 17. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have to mature and grow and figure it out for yourself and see where you're gonna end up. So I didn't like that shit. That's why I really I focused on what was important, which is getting stage time, getting on the road and getting better and staying focused and making sure that all the other stuff was just noise. You know, I noticed that everyone was just trying to emulate who they love most. And we all do to a certain degree. But the thing, the gap for me was I've only been in the country 8 years. Right. So people walk up to me and be like, oh, you sound like Sam Kinison. I'm like, who's Sam Kinison? Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I didn't know. 8 years?
When I was doing stand-up,
Okay.
8 years. I came when I was 9 years old. I started when I was 14 in high school. The only person that I knew was those famous ones who had television shows.
Right.
And then by the time I was, 17, I didn't know who Bill Hicks was. Who
so that energy you had, there's Sam Kinison energy.
Imagine telling your mom, like, who's just like making X amount of dollars, we need cable. Like, get the fuck out of my face. You know? Cable, we're trying to eat, trying to make sure the rent is paid. So I had no knowledge of previous comedians that existed before me, and that then there was a comedian that came up to me at open mic. He's like there's all these interesting characters open mic. He does real estate, but he shows up every Monday to this fucking open mic. And he's the one who gave me all these VHS tapes of all these amazing comedians that have had specials. And that's when I started really understanding my own art form, you know? I was like, oh, and even Eddie Murphy. I didn't know Eddie Murphy did stand-up. I knew him from the movies because he only did 2 specials. I didn't know that was in the 80s. I came in 91. So I had no idea. I had no, that's Eddie Murphy joke. Who's Eddie? What? Oh yeah, of course. I know Eddie Murphy, but I didn't know he did stand up. You know, it was like that.
Raws too, raw and delirious.
Yeah, of course, I know that.
Both of his standards are raw and delirious.
Yes. No, incredible.
So I thought I was the hotel king until one day I'm scrolling across Complex and I see an interview with you. Mm-hmm. And you said, because I finessed the 4 o'clock checkout. Yeah. I thought 4:30 I was ill. Yeah. I thought I was ill with the 4:30. Yeah. I heard you get a 6 o'clock checkout.
I've gotten 6 p.m. checkouts, 8 p.m.s.
I have damn near a whole other day.
I've never heard of this.
The trick is the British accent. You have to call.
I heard you say, okay.
Yeah, you have to sound like, hello, who am I speaking with? You know, listen, my flight's been cancelled out of Europe, unfortunately, and it's booked through a travel agency. So I couldn't change my ticket, and I'm under. You got to just put them in a very stressful situation, and they're like, they start, and they're like, no, we can't do it. Well, I need to speak with someone. We do a lot of business with you. We have contracts, which is all bullshit. I don't really put contracts or deals with them in any kind of way. She's like, I would hate, for our business to be hurt in any kind of way if you're not able to, accommodate me in some time. And they just fucking freak out, and then all of a sudden the manager comes on, and I do it for jokes. I don't even stay till 4 p.m. I just want to see how far I can take it. Right. But 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. is pretty standard. One time my boy was touring in India. I was in Egypt doing a show. He called me, and this is just one FaceTime drop. He called me on FaceTime, and I got him a 4 p.m. checkout at this crazy 5-star hotel in India.
FaceTime?
I was talking. He had me on FaceTime, and I got him.
You had the accent though?
I had the accent.
He called him for the accent.
Yeah, but hold on. Yes. He didn't see you on FaceTime because you don't look British.
No, it's on the phone.
Yeah, the phone.
Yeah. I'm about to say because you don't look British.
No, I don't know if you've been to England recently, but nobody looks British anymore.
Okay, all right, my bad. Okay, all right, my bad. We're draining that. We got somebody from British.
He's British.
Yeah, he's British. Yeah, you look like you're from Miami anyway. You're right. Yeah.
Exactly. The national dish is curry, and I think the most popular boy's name is Muhammad, or the second most popular, something like that, is Muhammad.
Bro, I've been at a hotel with him, and there'll be an Arab person working at the hotel, and some regular lady will be next, and he'll be like, nah, I'll wait, and he'll go to the Arab person.
Yes.
Forget it, we get upgraded, we get free breakfast. Once he starts talking Arabic to the guy.
Yes. And you speak Farsi too?
No, I don't speak Farsi. No.
Okay.
I speak Arabic and Spanish. I'm conversational in Spanish.
All right, no, and you speak Spanish like a cholo too.
It's just what I grew up around, and I think it's just one of the funniest accents. Like so much pain. Come on, bro. Like why you doing it? Bro? Like, nah, no mami, wait. Like, what's the pain that's happening? Come on, bro. Like, come on, like, relax, bro. You know, don't ever finish the word. Like, relax, bro. Tranquilo, bro. It's fucking great, bro. I have so much like love for Latinos, bro. I just feel like such a kinship to them in some kind of way. Yeah, it's dope.
And they always mistaken you for a Latino.
Absolutely.
You've been Hector a lot of times.
I've been Hector a lot of times. And
Jose to the black people.
Jose to the black. Oh, black folks 100%, bro. And black folks, when I was growing up, people were like, what? You know, it was like a big thing. I didn't know anything about gang culture at all when I first got to the States. And I didn't, I was always in these situations where that was like, the Mexicans didn't understand where I was. They were like confused by me. And black folks and their gangs, there was very like segregated gangs, right? So the black gangs would be like, what you doing here, huh? SA? What you doing in this neighborhood, SA? And I'd be like, no, man, my name is Muhammad. They'd be like, oh, shit, assalamu alaikum, brother. They had no idea. And Mexicans be mad at me because I'm not with them. Like, oh, you think you too good for us, bro? Like,
you changed us? You changed us?
Oh, yeah, you just changed us. Exactly. And I'd be like, bro, my name is Muhammad. They're like, what, bro? You look like my cousin Hector. It's so weird, bro. It's one of my favorite. It's so weird. But I do feel like, I was like driving down the street and I look up and I see the immigrant blanket that's furry that has the animals on them, like the tigers on them and shit.
Okay.
You know anything about
No,
that? Yeah, exactly. You don't know.
I was fucked up.
I saw one with two Mexicans on horses and a Mexican flag on there. I just pulled over. I had to buy that shit. I don't know why. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my friend Ralph Barbosa, and he texted me back. He was like, "That's us, bro." And I was like, "I said it's mine. I just bought that shit. I just have it at the house for no reason. I don't know what it is,
comedian,
bro."
The comedian?
Yeah.
That's the skinny guy, right?
Under comedian Ralph.
Yeah. You FaceTime me with him and Brett Kreischer.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm gonna ask you, Syph, right?
Yeah.
Because to us as outsiders looking in, it looks like the comedian, for years, it looked like the comedian world was the tightest net of people. I went to numerous shows, enjoyed myself. In fact, we're jealous of them at one point. I'm like, no one's fighting.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their back end.
Back end? What's that?
And until recently, I want to say, and I'm not blaming this on this individual, but I want to say since this dude did this interview, it seemed like the comedian world flipped upside down, and like people, since Cat Williams,
and more people are beefing too, like Mark Maron and all that.
Yeah, I've been hearing prior to that, but once Cat did Club Shay Shay, I feel like the comedian world became hip hop.
Y'all beefing with each other.
It was always hip hop.
I see that's the part we didn't know.
Right.
Okay.
Like me being to be able to play both sides, it's always been hip hop, but it was always quiet. It was always on a low.
Right.
The Cat Williams thing definitely blew it up, and also social media,
and podcasting.
Yeah, podcast. Everybody just getting on a podcast talking for hours. You start slipping out with some beef or somebody that, but there was always like joke stealers or
that's not to play with. Joke stealing.
No, nothing to fuck around with. No. It was a big deal.
The worst thing.
Yeah.
So there was always beef from what I noticed, but to me. Like, especially like there's like different comedy worlds. There's like the urban comedy world. Then there's like the mainstream comedy world, which definitely means black and white, right? The urban comedy world always had drama, but it was always quiet because.
Let's describe who's in the urban comedy world. Tracy Morgan. Mike Epps.
Tracy Morgan can go in the urban, but he's more mainstream.
When we saying mainstream, we saying pop.
Like he's saying crossover. There's crossover.
Crossover, yeah.
Let's say crossover. I like mainstream crossover.
But like the people that I learned under when I came up.
Adam Sandler, crossover.
Anyway, yeah, guys.
Crossover. Smokey from Uptown.
Yeah. Urban.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, my man.
Like the people I came up under back in the day when I first started trying to learn stand-up, Talent, Capone, Rob Stapleton,
Comedian Capone,
Smokey, Mark Vieira, all that. That's like the urban world. And then, but the thing about the urban world, they pay better. Like when I was doing them shows, when I first started coming up, they would pay me $200, $300, $400.
So they were drug dealers, right?
Jesus.
I'm not that.
They just really paid fair wages. Okay.
The venues
but you know what? Who cares?
were cleaning up some money or whatever. Then I went into the mainstream world, which is the white world.
Like the Comedy Cellar.
Comedy Cellar, 25, 30, $50.
Ooh.
So a lot of the urban guys go, I ain't going over there because you don't make money.
And Amy Schumer's coming on after you. Something like that. You know what I mean? Sarah Silverman.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like,
I feel like he's fucking with me in some kind of.
I know my comedians, man. Comedian.
I see what you're saying.
Look, that's the crossover.
Sometimes I see them beef, like at the Comedy Cellar. I see two comedians beefing, and somehow I get mixed in. I said, listen, bro. I've been in shootouts.
Yes.
I can't do this little, you stole my chicken wing, like little beef you got.
You played at the club tunnel.
I laugh. I try not to laugh because they obviously going through something.
Yeah.
But I played at the tunnel, bro.
Yeah.
I'm very triggered as a refugee mentioning tunnels.
There's a lot going on.
When you say the tunnel, I'm like,
listen.
what are we doing? Where are we going?
This was a club that other platinum artists from other places and other genres, I don't want to say everybody, but I want to say a couple of them, but they would call me and be like, can you walk me in?
Yeah, bro.
That's how scary it was. Like, they would ask me to walk them in the club. Like, and then the bathroom was unisex. So it was
that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot.
Man, I remember I went to the tunnel one time and I had overalls on. And this is the beeper time at the time. And my whole connect was in the beeper. And I hooked my shit, and my beeper just fell right in the urine, and I just kept peeing on it. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck? I can't fuck my own shit. I'm peeing on my own shit. Like,
And a girl walks by. Where you at? I painted you all night. The thing was, don't even tell me you dropped in the toilet and kept peeing on it. How did you know?
How many people you see in this studio right now? Roughly. How many people?
Right now?
Yeah, roughly.
About 20.
20 people.
Yeah.
Imagine N.O.R.E. in the nightclubs back in the day.
Oh my God.
80, 90.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
yeah.
How do you?
We had fun. We had fun.
You absolutely had fun. How do you remember everybody's names?
No. That's why we had numbers. We had numbers on our shirt.
Yo, number 7.
Yeah. I was number 7. How you know?
How were you?
Yeah, I was 5'7". I was 7 and I went to 5'7". But now let's describe Houston, right?
Yeah.
Because not only you come from a very unique place, Houston, but you come from this time, right? Like I love the fact that you was living in real time, right? On an episode, on a series. Even the fact that you was selling fake Rolexes. Now, was that a real thing that you were selling fake Rolexes?
Yeah, I would sell stuff when I was a teenager. I was much younger than then. It was right after my father died. Sorry?
Saying he's a Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona. I had all of them, bro. Right. I used to sell all of them. So what I did was I used to work at this convenience store. So after my father died, his friend gave me a job at his convenience store. And there was a guy there wearing a really nice watch. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. He goes, it's fake. I was like, looks great. He goes, you want to try to sell them? I can get them for you. I was like, sure. So that's what I did. And then he got me sunglasses and everything else. And what I would do is I would look outside the window, and honestly, I'll be real, it was drug dealers mostly in that neighborhood. And I knew who I was going to sell to. And I would look at them, and I would put on like Versace sunglasses, and I would just wait. And they'd walk in and be like, oh shit, them hoses fire. I'm like, hey, it's the last one. Right. And I'd do my whole sales pitch, and they'd take it. And then the next guy walk in, I put another pair of sunglasses. I'm like, oh shit, it's the last one. And I would sell them. And at the end of the week, they'd be so mad because everybody's wearing the same shit. And they would come up to me like, you told me it was the last one, bro. You fucking lied. I was like, at the time it was, but for real, I have a 1-of-1 Movado that's two-tone, and I would sell that too. But it was,
Did they buy it knowing it was fake?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I wouldn't be like, this is 100%. Who the hell is buying a Rolex for $75?
Yeah, very true.
That's crazy. I mean, if they thought that, I would just be like, come on, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you know what, give me that watch back. I probably could sell it for $125.
but me and you, we got together in Orlando, and me and you had like a conversation for hours about watches. So was that how you developed your love for watches? Was actually dealing with the replicas?
No, actually, it was. It's a really good story, man. My father, everything is like tied in. A lot of things are tied into my father and my history. So when the war happened, I was always told my father had this really nice Rolex and it was lost in the war. And it was always man, I need to get that watch back for my dad. It was that kind of thing. And then it became about time and how obsessed I am with time. It's the most valuable commodity, and the mechanism and how it works and how refined each timepiece is from the other. So it just became this like rabbit hole. And then I just like got into it big time. And I got the watch back. It was like a really amazing.
You got the exact watch?
Same watch. Yeah, it was a date just that my father had, stainless steel. It was beautiful, and I wanted to get that back. And it was interestingly because I bought it in Bahrain airport in 2018 after my first special. And it was the same airport that I was stuck at the airport for in 2006 for 17 hours because they wouldn't let me in.
Wow.
Because I didn't have a passport. So it was that same airport 12 years later that I saw it just sitting there. And I was like, I don't care.
And it was it was a vintage piece?
Nah, it wasn't a vintage piece. It was
just
brand new. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I felt like I got that watch back from my father, and then it became more about time, of understanding time, or being obsessed with time, and then the mechanism itself and how it works and how each one differs from the other and how they're engineered and put together. And I just think it's so fascinating, and how small little pieces that go into the watch to be so specific about time. And I just find it to be so fascinating. And you're looking at me like, nah, I just like it for how it looks.
No, I'm actually fascinated. I'm actually because it's different ways of how people got into watches. Like
it was my father. It was my father knowing that he lost something. It was like my father came from nothing. It was like a rags to riches and then rags again after the war, lost everything. And so for me, it was always a big motivation to be like, I'm going to get this back for him. Even though he's no longer with us, I just wanted to get it back for him and put it back in the family. It's very symbolic. And that's why I got into it. And I also like, I don't like super fancy, super out there watches. I do like them, stripped down and I like the stainless steel watches more than anything else, I think.
I'm in. Yeah. We're going to flip around. We're going to come back to that because you also affected my life the other day. I'm walking around the grocery store.
Are you about to say chocolate hummus? I see where this is going. Yeah, chocolate hummus is fucked up, man.
I think it was pineapple hummus.
How the fuck do you say? Are you joking?
No, I'm dead serious.
I don't think that exists. Does that really exist?
No, I'm dead serious. It was.
Does the chocolate hummus exist? I saw that in the
Yes, first of all, hummus is chickpeas. Hummus literally means chickpeas.
Right.
Hummus is basically
but they flavor everything. They flavor. But I know from you that's bro.
It's sacrilegious, bro. It's a criminal motherfucking offense. It's a criminal offense.
You know what's fucked up for me? Had I not seen the special, the way the lady was selling it, like,
you would have got it.
I'm from Iraq. And I was like, I'm back next week. I cannot do this. I was like, no.
No, Nutella already exists. I know that's hazelnut, but that already exists. Like, stop trying to make some fucking chocolate hummus. And I heard it's delicious, but I'm not gonna try that shit.
Right.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So describe a good plate of hummus.
Oh my God, bro.
Describe a good plate of hummus. Every day. This guy's been on tour with us. For 7 weeks straight. He's like, he wakes up every morning. Guess what we're eating today? Hummus. What we having tomorrow? Hummus. This guy, mixed grilling hummus.
Nah, he does it right though. He does it right.
100%. Look, chickpeas, for me, hummus is 5 ingredients. Okay? It's 4, sometimes 5. The simpler it is, the better. No oil, bro. Relax. Some people put oil in there and it turns it gray and weird. I don't really like putting oil. I
got that from your special.
No, it is.
You drizzle it on top is what you do.
Drizzle.
No.
You pour. You absolutely pour it. Yeah, just a little spotted. Is that what you do? Once you get a fucking dropper, just like ting, 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 that's perfect. No, bro, you pour that shit on it. If you have the right olive oil, because it brings all the flavors out, okay? It's very important, guys. Listen, don't fuck around.
I'm not fucking around.
All right? All right? It's chickpeas. Chickpeas, very important. All right, obviously, you can't make hummus without chickpeas.
Right.
And salt.
Okay.
Tahini paste, which is sesame seed. It's made into a paste. And lemon juice. Lots of lemon juice.
Okay.
So you put that all together and you get the perfect texture. It's got to be smooth, not grainy, all that bullshit. No. You get it perfectly. Some people like to put garlic in it. Some people like to put cumin in it for the gas. Because,
cumin?
Yeah, it's a little bit of cumin just to take the gas out. I'm not a fan of all this. No, just deal with the gas.
No,
turmeric. What are you talking about, bro? Why are you fucking up the hummus right now?
He wants to put ginger in it too.
Put some fucking ginger beer in there. I don't know what the fuck you you do with the hummus. It's very simple. You got to get the right texture, and you put it in a bowl. You don't put it on a plate. Right. Everybody knows how to dip on a fucking plate. All the hummus goes over the sides and shit. You need a bowl to help with the dipping situation. All right. Okay. Now you put the hummus together, and you save some of those chickpeas to put them on top of it for texture. Okay, very important. And then you get some fresh squeezed lemon juice, and you put it around there. And I like to just pour a bunch of olive oil, like real thick green, unfiltered, gorgeous olive oil. You just pour it in there, and you get some nice steamy bread. You fold it, like when you rip off a piece, you got to fold it like a little cone. So when you dip it through, the cone is very important, because when you dip through, you got to get the multiple layers of texture. You get the hummus, all right? And then you get the actual chickpeas in there for the texture, and then you get some lemon juice and olive oil in there, and then you have that joint, and you get a perfect bite of hummus. Don't fuck with me on that.
I've never wanted hummus more in my life.
What's up?
Oh, some jalapenos on it?
Look, I do like some diced jalapenos on it. Like,
that's the one I get. The one that has the jalapeno.
All right, so let me ask you, because there's a big controversy going on in the Caribbean and in Africa, right? Okay. Jollof rice. They say jollof rice, who has the best? Nigeria. In the Caribbean, they got who's the best rice? Dominican Republic, Colombia. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, no, okay. I'll let Haiti.
I thought jollof rice was Nigerian.
Yeah, that's their part. Yeah. And then they have the Caribbean rice. Now, what I'm asking you is,
I want to ask you, where do black people come from?
We'll get to that. But who is the best people to make hummus?
Oh,
I would say,
because Greek people make hummus.
Stop. Man, just fucking stop, dog.
No?
Stop. Yo, cut this fucking podcast up, bro. I'm leaving, bro.
No.
Greek people make hummus.
No, they don't.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I've been to a Greek restaurant, they had hummus.
Yeah, British people make Nigerian food. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Yeah. I can't wait to eat Chinese food made by Mexicans. What the fuck are you talking about,
But that's
bro?
a real thing.
no, that's a real thing.
Mexicans can make any food.
No, hold on. I'm not trying to knock Mexicans making Chinese food. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Who make the best hummus, though? Who make the best hummus?
Look, I would say people come from the Shami region, which is Palestinians, Lebanese people, Syrians.
Not Jordan?
Jordan also, yes. Jordan, Palestine, Lebanese, and Syrians. They make the best hummus, period. End of conversation. Stop.
And that's where it comes from.
Full stop. Yes.
Okay.
To me, is that everybody's gonna argue, oh, it's actually Egyptian. Stop.
I did hear it's Egyptian.
Stop. Everything is fucking Egyptian. Yeah, the aliens made the pyramid. Just stop.
I heard that
Stop. Yeah. Yes, I did too. But when you do look at it, but Saif didn't want to go. We just went to Egypt. He's like,
you went to
I didn't want to go to the pyramid.
That's dope.
I didn't want to go to the pyramids either.
Oh, that's dope, man.
But you gotta see it. You gotta just see it. You have to see it.
I was like, I saw it on TV.
The funny thing about the pyramid, I've been on tour with this guy for the whole year. All of September we was in Europe, and then October we was in the Middle East. So I'm in the Middle East. Everybody's speaking Arabic to me because they think I'm Egyptian.
I forgot you do look Egyptian.
Everybody thinks I'm Egyptian. We went to an Egyptian restaurant. The guy was talking to me, asking me to translate for him. I said, no, the other guy we was with, he's Egyptian. But, bro,
he was speaking English to me, started speaking Arabic. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Bro, but they really serious about their, like, the hummus and the different regions and the food. And then we went to Egypt, bro. Egypt is, the pyramids is in the hood.
Yeah.
What? No, I didn't know that.
Bro, when you see the pictures of the pyramids, you see the sand, you see the sunset, the pyramids is like, ancient.
It looks gorgeous.
Bro, if you look to the right,
it's pretty gorgeous.
It's the hood.
Yeah.
Bro,
and they extort you, like, to try to to get you to buy things.
Bro, it's wild. We driving out
extortion, but they definitely have.
I mean, it's like any other tourist place where they try to get you.
Like don't get on the camel, and then the camel they'll lead you to a spot, and you buy these oils. Like fuck, now you're in this oil spot, and he's serving you all this stuff, so now you feel guilted into it. Yeah. You're like, stop bringing food, bro. Stop. No.
Yeah, it's like when you go to Jamaica or Mexico, they lead you to it and stuff, which is fine, bro. But we driving in Egypt. I'm looking over. Me and my boy Jay, that's Mo's camera guy. I'm looking over, I said, bro, I know where I'm at. This the hood. Yeah. There's the people, there's dollar vans, like what we call dollar vans, on the side of the highway.
Dollar horses? Okay.
There's people crossing the highway on foot. Like, you think, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. This mother with 3 kids is crazy.
Yeah.
They just crossed the highway. and you look over and you see all of like the laundry like on the
lines.
I say, yo,
if they would have had sneakers up there, it would have been a real sign.
I'm like, oh, the pyramids must be like an hour away.
Right there. Right there.
Imagine you go to Queensbridge and then the pyramids is right behind. Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really the hood.
It felt real normal to me, but you know, for him, it was the first time, so he was like, oh. He was looking for scrolls and shit. I was like, no, that's fake. That's from the tourist. Look, I found the scroll of the shit. He's all digging in the sand. Maybe I'll find that artifact.
Bro, he was eating street.
Get in the car, bro.
He was eating street. Went to this one restaurant. It was like neighborhood local joint, but it was like famous. I said, bro, well done. I need everything well done. Well done. He's like, yeah. I said, teach me how to say well done in Arabic. Because I need this guy to know. This got to be well done, man.
Here's the thing, bro. Arabs don't do medium rare. We don't do that shit anyway. You know, we don't do all that. You know, mixed grill, you're not going to get something, it's a little pink in the middle. No. It's seasoned like crazy. It's grilled, and it's going to be well done. 100% of the time.
I got another question for you. I'm sorry, some food shit.
No, go ahead. All right.
Cherry rice.
Cherry rice.
You ever had cherry rice?
No, I haven't had cherry rice, but let me tell you something about fruit inside of rice. Stop doing that shit, okay? Like, there's nothing worse than finding fucking raisins in your rice. Like an insane amount of raisins in rice is fucking absurd, bro. Stop it. We were just in Morocco, and I love Morocco. Moroccans are amazing, incredible. But we had one tagine. It was like the lamb was coated in raisins. I'm like, what am I eating right now? What am I eating right now? And what's happening? And who made this decision to put an insane amount of raisins on top of lamb? You just ruined the motherfucking lamb.
Oh, okay.
But thank God we recovered well. We found a great spot. Yeah.
Where's cherry rice from?
Yeah, please.
Who speaks Farsi?
The Iranians.
Yeah, I think it's Iranian. Yeah, Persians. That's what it is.
They don't make cherry rice.
Yeah.
They make cherry rice?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to fact check this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've
Ali.
never had.
You don't remember Ali?
I've never had.
Ali,
I've never had cherry rice.
I know a lot of Ali's.
I know, right?
My son Ali?
That's a...
No, they don't make cherry rice. I gotta look this up. Somebody's gotta fact check this situation. You might want to edit that one. There's no motherfucking cherry rice.
Trust me,
You know what this rice is missing? Some motherfucking dingleberry. Some goddamn dingleberry in this thing.
No, that's another thing you said.
Another thing I really don't like is that this thing has been happening in the Arab world is that they garnish everything with pomegranate. Like, stop doing that too, bro. Nobody wants to have this with pomegranate. Like, stop. All this rice and like all of a sudden you get a pop of pomegranate. It's nothing cool. Yeah, it looks good, but it doesn't taste well. It doesn't taste good.
Like pomegranate.
You like all right, fine. Pomegranate gets a pass.
So another thing I heard you say is...
Take a shot, man. You bullshit.
Okay, another thing I heard you say is you said that everybody's eating ass, but nobody's washing their ass.
Damn. How do you know that, though?
What a fucking segue, bro. What a segue. I didn't see.
What market research did you do?
It's called Mo Amer.
Oh, my God. It's Amber, for God's sake.
Hey, man, that's the name. Just in case you know, that's the name of a cologne.
Is it?
Yeah, in my mind. just gotta roll with it.
All right, cool. I'll do it. I'm down.
Like how Cameron had old boy. Is your next question just come out, start spraying Mo Amer, like, and you gotta have like girls like with the thing on.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they spray them, it comes off. This is what happens when you buy the cologne. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's the bad. Yeah. I have a big problem with the fact that there's no bidets in America. Like, bidets are not the standard in America. Like, it's crazy to me that just wiping your ass after going to the bathroom is sufficient enough. It's just absolute insanity. Like, if you got shit on your shoe, you would run immediately and wash it off. But on your person, you're like, whoop, that's good enough. Fucking crazy. It is crazy to me. My cousin was visiting me from overseas and I was picking him up. He wanted to stay at this real nice hotel in Houston. So I pick him up and he had this really pissed off look on his face. I was like, what's wrong? He goes, no bidet. 5-star, no bidet. Every time I go to the bathroom, I have to take a shower. I've taken 5 showers today. I was like, yo, 5 showers, how many shits have you taken before? He was like, 5-star, fuck you, 1 star. And that's how I judge hotels, if they have a bidet or not. If you don't have a bidet, you just ruin my whole fucking stay.
Have you seen?
It's crazy to me that there's no, like, that's not like the normal practice.
Bro, the cheap hotels when we was in the Middle East have it.
Everybody has it.
But how about the digital toilets where they wipe you?
Yeah. No, they don't wipe you, but I don't know what toilets you be using.
They bidet you too.
The Japanese toilet, you got a little Japanese arm coming up. No, don't touch your N.O.R.E. I clean your asshole for you. Now you're nice and clean.
What's the name of that toilet? I've been bragging about it.
I don't know. It's a Japanese toilet.
The Japanese
things
toilet,
are fire, bro. Yeah.
That shit is fire,
It's
bro.
like Japan went to the Middle East and be like, we can make this so much better. Create a robot to clean your asshole. Fucking things are
Problem
crazy.
solved.
I'm not really a fan of those. I like just the handheld and you know where you're spraying at.
Right.
The ones that this might be TMI, but fuck it. But whenever you turn them things on, you got you got to wiggle around, just make sure you get the right area. I'm not really fond of that. You sitting there like.
Now, I'm gonna tell you how it happened to me, boss. I'm gonna tell you how I got abducted.
You got
Inducted in the ass washing hall.
Inducted while getting abducted.
Into the Hall of Fame, baby. Listen, man. I was in there rolling up. You know, because I don't smoke actually in the hotel, but I would roll up in the hotel. So I'm in there rolling up. I drop the bag. I go like this, and I hit the joint. I never used it. I just used the heated toilets.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that, and I like the floor getting heated. I like it. Right. But then I hit the joint, and the joint go, whoo.
Yeah.
I said, ha. And then I was like, ha ha.
Yeah, he's like giggling and shit. Yeah, the worst part for me, the first time I did that, I didn't know there was a stop button. So I was sitting there like, how long is this going to last? I was like, oh shit, you gotta push stop. Fucking
Get up and it's still
such an idiot. I thought they learned how long it takes to clean ass.
It's a timer.
Yeah, no, nothing like that whatsoever.
Oh shit.
But that is how I judge things for sure. If a hotel does not have a bidet, I'm like, this is the fucking worst. It
know
ruins
what's
my whole
fucked
day.
I got a bidet in my crib.
Good.
I'm not sure if I've ever used it.
What do you mean?
You know the shit, you talking about the shit that crack up your ass, right? The French shit.
What do you mean?
The water shit, man.
Oh, water shit. They go,
Oh, you mean the separate?
Yeah.
Okay, so the separate one, I'm not really a fan of that either.
Okay.
Where you got to get up and then go
Yeah.
to the
Do
other.
the hub-
So
other
what is
thing.
you talking about then?
And no, I'm talking about the little handheld. There's like a little handheld spray.
Oh,
that you can just.
I never
I
even
don't wanna
seen
go
that.
there.
It's
Actually,
a
It's
handheld?
not every bathroom out there.
A handheld?
Oh,
It's a
little
little
handheld. So
you know how
where
like you
you're
got
going.
the shower.
Yeah, no, I get it now, but
It's an ass shower. You got an ass shower. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, so when I was in the Middle
Yeah,
East,
yeah.
I would go on stage.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you looking at me like crazy about that. Why you fucking judging me for having a clean ass?
Because you never
the fact that we're all looking at each other, we're all like, look, imagine this, guys. Look at the eyes.
You know how bad I am in my house, knowing that I've
What are
told
we
these
talking about,
places,
man?
sold this, and never knew what the fuck it was. No, I'm not mad. I'm mad at myself. Because I'm saying, like, you know how many places I've
Cypher's
toured?
drinking from it.
I've toured,
He was like,
I've toured, and did not know that's what that's being used
Yes.
for.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. But you got to be careful out there. In the Middle East, it be hot as fuck outside. And if you push the wrong one, I had it where it scolded my ass off. Pushed the hot one. I was like, ah!
Oh my
It was
God.
not fun. It was not fun. But I do remember that because I always remember traumatic memories. And that was a very traumatic moment for me.
And this segment was sponsored by bidets.
I really needed to be. I really needed to be. I'm so down. I would be a sponsor for bidets all day.
We gave a hell
All
of
day.
a plug for that. Pause.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Now we're talking about a completely different thing.
All right,
You know, from washing your ass to plugs, this is a very different
we
situation.
got the no.
Got the what?
Quick time.
Yeah, we got that on
How
the
you
phone.
doing?
Or is it slow time?
Okay, all right.
I always look terrible on podcast. I gotta.
Nah. But we just want you to know, Mo, what you have done for comedy.
That's
What you have
It's
done.
over?
No. We have
Like,
ways
what's
What you have
going on?
done for
Okay, good.
comedy. What you have done,
for bidets.
for bidets, for
And
attacking
hummus.
real issues, and making it, you know what I mean, making us all laugh throughout this time because the world is a better place, man, when you're out there. So we want to give you your
Thank you, bro.
flowers face to face, man. Snoop Dogg said it's better than the Grammy because it come from the people.
That's 100%.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
That's how I feel. That's a. I gotta be honest with you. That's 100% how I feel. Because I did feel like the show. I put my heart and soul in it in season 2 specifically,
Right.
And first season 2, of course. But like season 2 with all the stakes that were on it, and just you always want your shit to be recognized, and you think
Right.
it's crazy for it not to be, and to win so many awards the first season. And still got plenty of time for the second season, but seeing the crowds and seeing the people,
Right.
it's been the best prize that you could ever win. The hearts of the people And it's just like, I can't even describe it. I mean, Cypher's seen it.
Watch it go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll say something, but I'll tell you something. For years, right? You know, for like 25 years, I have a great fan base, right? People would come up to me and people would like, they think they know me, right?
Yeah.
You know, they grew with you so long, they kind of do. At least they didn't know the professional version that you presented yourself.
Yeah.
And it was that day that I was with you in Orlando, and I was like, yo, this is probably the first time I've ever done this. Like, I was acting like I knew you my whole life because I watch your stuff so much and I identify with you so much. But here's a question that I want to ask, right? When I see you act, it's a certain passion that comes with that. But when I see you on stage, it's a certain security and a certain type of like self-pride. It's a certain type of like belongingness. Like you're so comfortable on stage. Am I wrong for saying that you like the stage more than you like
acting?
Acting, yeah.
I definitely enjoy the live performance of it all very much. I like the unpredictability of it, how spontaneous it can be at times. I definitely appreciate that very, very much. In the same vein, like it's not necessarily just the acting, it's creating something from scratch and writing. I do love leading a team and directing and having all these different artists around you. And I really love like molding a story together and putting it together and telling that story. So I think I'm really, really great at it.
Right.
So I really enjoy being in that bag a lot. Stand up to me is like always home base. It's always going home. I always want that, always need that. I can't I really feel like it's what's gotten me through a lot of these hard times in my life is stand up. And so acting itself is tapping into something that I've never done before, which is so interesting. Like the emotionality on camera, that shit is crazy to me. Like first time I broke down on camera where I was recreating a particular scene of my life, and being that vulnerable is also something really, really fulfilling in that, and ties some really great knots that were in my heart, you know, so I'm very grateful for that. So they're very different. They're very different, but I love filmmaking. I love making television. I love making movies as well. So it's just, it's a different extended arm of, you know, what I feel like I can do well, you know? So it's just like,
it seems like comedians make some of the best dramatic actors sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You guys can tap into something.
Yeah. I didn't even know, honestly, you don't know you can do it until you do it. It's one of those things, like, you're in there, and the first time I broke down when I was, it was one of my favorite scenes, and when I'm in the confessional in season 1, and it was, the priest was played by Bun B. Shout out Bun B, and I didn't realize I was going to break down. I was going to go more in a comedic route, and of course there was, you know, some emotion tapped into it, but when it all hit me all at once, and I really started thinking about my father and what he's done and what he went through, and I realized very quickly that I never sat there and thought about it. You know what I mean? Like you
thought about your father
like that. Not just passing away. It's just really visualizing what he must have gone through in those moments, and just kind of tracking that while you're saying the words. Right. And then I started seeing him like vulnerable and struggling and having to start over again and losing everything, and it just fucking hit me, man. It just hit me it's one of my favorite things, and I put a track right after that. It's very, very near to my heart, man. I just absolutely loved it. It's Lost in the Jungle without it. What is it? Oh man, I'm losing it right now. I was thinking about my father. Jay Electronica. It was on the
song.
Yeah, the song. It was Jay Electronica from a track he did with oh my God, I hate that I'm terrible at these things, but
you want some marijuana?
Yeah, I want some weed. Yes, I do actually. Thank you so much. I was hoping you'd pass that.
Is a scene like that a one taker if you get that emotional and you didn't anticipate?
You want your own joint? You get your own joint. Look at your own joint. You do whatever you want.
This is fine.
Okay, let's go.
How great. I took a couple puffs and I remember it was How Great. The track is How Great, and the verse is from Jay Electronica, and it's like Lost in the Jungle, no hog, no meerkat, no Hakuna Matata by day, but at night I fight my tears back. You know, it's just that track about thinking about his father and being lost out there without anybody, and it just was one of my favorite cuts that I put in the show, actually. But yeah.
So was it a one taker, that one?
The one I used, it was a one taker. Yeah, it was one taker.
So
It was
so let
like
me ask you
I
the
can't
million
really, I
dollar
don't even
question.
remember. It's been so long, honestly.
Right.
But that one that the clip that I use, I know is one from the first, like very honest, unfiltered, and people were like, "Man, great acting." I was like, I was really breaking down. Yeah, I was really breaking down.
So let me ask y'all a question, because every time a comedian comes to town, they usually hit us, or we'll reach out to them, and then we'll go see where their show is at. We looking, and y'all don't have shows there.
We came here to visit you. We did a show at the
Damn,
Fillmore. I finished the tour. We just finished the tour. Both Cypher and I went on the road. We were everywhere. Like, it was so fun. We did so many shows in the States, and when we got to Australia, we're sitting down at dinner, and Cypher goes, this is the first time we've had dinner in 4 months of touring. I was like, fuck, bro.
I've been touring with him off and on, 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
I've known him for at least 10 years. Always great shows, always great fans. We did a lot of weekends in comedy clubs. We did one-nighters. The last 2 years, this guy blew up to a superstar. He's famous.
You got bidets everywhere.
Everywhere. He got a traveling bidet.
Okay.
He got a bidet he brings with him. But like now he's like famous. Like it's weird because he's just my friend Mo Amer. You know what I mean? Like he blessed me, like letting me open up when I don't even think I was
You didn't know how to
ready.
pronounce it neither. You said, he wasn't
I
wasn't
gotta bring him up every night. My voice is bringing him up on his new special.
Okay.
Yes.
And now he's like a superstar where like people are fighting to get to the stage after a show to take pictures with him and coming out like rushing the tour bus and stuff. It's fucking crazy.
God damn, let's make some noise for that.
It's crazy.
Let's make the noise for more security and more expensive.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, more
Now, this is going to be a side question, but this is going to be a ill question, right? Me, throughout the times, I've been doing this 25 years, right? So I can go to my show, and I can go downstairs and I can look at the crowd, and I can know that tonight I'm performing my Nina Sky record. Mm-hmm. I'm performing my Daddy Yankee record. Mm-hmm. Just from looking at the crowd, I can say, yo, listen, this is a more of a Latino-based show. So I go to my DJ and I'm like, every other record, let's switch to a reggaeton record. But then I also go to a crowd and I can be like, War Report all night.
Okay.
This is Capone and Noriega all night.
Yeah, album cuts.
Bloody Money, Tim's and shit like that. But then I got another crowd where I got to put on a dress shirt. Homeboy, I came to party. But I can kind of assess that from just looking at the crowd. Sometimes I'm wrong. At least 95% of the times I'm right. And the other times, Butch Rock is right. My DJ, big him up. Is that something that you have to do because you have a diverse audience?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you go out there and say, like, oh shit, my Palestinian niggas in the building tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. I don't know if you say that. It's the word my name.
That's what all my friends say all the time. All my black friends, that's all they say.
Right. They coming in the building for you? Okay.
I mean, Cypher, first of all, is like one of one. Let me tell you something. Like, for him to go from music into stand-up and then what he's done to blend things on stage, I've never seen before. Like, genuinely, that's why I was like, bro, I'm touring Europe and the Middle East. You have to come. And the growth that I've had in the last 2 years has been so significant. I need this like element in the show to and I want you to work and do your thing because I genuinely like love Cypher. But seeing him do his thing on stage, I'm like, bro, he's fucking one-on-one. And he does this like mixture of songs and cultures and everything on stage to really identify what the demographics in the room are. Right. So one day it would be like 90% Arabs, right? From all walks of life. And the next day it's just like in Europe, it's like all white people or South Asia or Southeast Asian. Like, bro, it's just like changes from one day to the other. Now, stand-up in particular, I don't have like, I'm gonna take out this track for this, I'm gonna take out this track for that. It's not really like that. But what you can do is I have this joke here that ties into this and they love this a lot, so I'm gonna play into that more. But I've always written very universal, and so it can go up dope anywhere. Like if I'm doing a corporate and I got to put on the suit and stuff, I can be squeaky clean. Like my mentor always said, like you could always be dirty, learn how to be clean. If you can be clean, you can work anywhere, and that's and be very universal. So the stories are transcend everywhere. Now there's certain places you're like, I thought I was going to hit more here than it hit there more. You know, like you'll have that like post game analysis after the show, but that's it.
Because we had Dion Cole here, right?
That's in theaters though. Let me clarify. In theaters, it's like that. You know, in the clubs, you might not do a set at all. Like it's very different. Like people come out to the theater, they want to see the show, they got to give them a show. It's a very different practice. So once you go into the clubs, people expect you to mess around. People expect you to be spontaneous. People expect you to, you know, switch it up a bit depending on where, you know, what the arrangement is that night and who's there. So it shifts. It has different places for it. And even if you go to smaller rooms, open mics, it's different too. It requires a different skill set. So yeah, so it varies. But yes, I guess we do it.
So because we had just had Dion Cole here the other day. It hasn't dropped yet, but he said that he went to LA one night and he's about to perform, and he had a joke. But it was a gay joke, and there was a bunch of gay people there.
Okay.
So he didn't do the joke, right? And it made me interested because has that ever happened to you guys, like where you like, you know, maybe you got a Puerto Rican joke and there's too many Puerto Ricans in the crowd with knives. It just doesn't seem proper. And do you take away from that or do you fall into that?
I mean, it sounds like like if I'm writing a joke about a particular, it's not offensive so I can do it. You know, I think it'll be fine. It's all in the delivery. It's always in the delivery and how you put it together. But I don't ever look at the crowd like, ooh, they're going to hate this joke. I'm like, oh, let's see what happens. It's more like, let's see what happens. I think it's going to be fine. Now, I've had situations where I've like, you know, tell a joke about how I was in a wheelchair in 8th grade and I look over and I see like three people in a wheelchair. He's looking at me like,
like dumb it down.
I'm really in the wheelchair. Okay. No, but you're also projecting. You know, you start being feeling self-conscious, and you're like, oh shit, maybe he doesn't want me to talk about it. Maybe he does, or maybe he's happy I'm talking about it. It's all like silly inner dialogue. In the end, you do what you've written, and you do the best that you can. And in stand-up, you're always fixing it. You're always working it out.
I remember speaking to you. You gave me this amazing story. I don't know if I'm allowed to use this. But I'm gonna bring it up, and if we have to scratch it, we scratch it. But I remember I asked you, I believe this is the first time we met. We was in Orlando. We were sitting there kicking it, and I asked you, "Did you have a bomb?" And you was like, it was one time I believe you called, it was a handicapped kid.
Oh my god!
It was and you had us crying, literally.
Boy, it was the worst, most traumatic.
So explain to the people. Okay, explain to the people.
All right. Bismillah. You have to say Bismillah. And I mean, this is exactly what happened, so don't come after me for anything. This is exactly what happened. So...
you're talking about the college?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So oh my God. So, there's like a whole college circuit within stand-up. There is too, I'm sure, for musicians and all that, right?
Of course.
So you go to these conferences, you do the conference, and all these colleges book you for stuff. You're dope, they book you. So I go do a regional one up in the Northeast, and all the Penn State schools book me. Literally everything. There's 27 schools. I booked all 27. 23 of them happen to be Penn State schools.
Wow.
So there's like nooner shows and there's night shows. So you book 2 a day. So you might drive 4 hours to get to that campus. It's a commuter campus. So they have a noon show. You're literally performing in a fucking cafeteria. People are getting their food. They don't even know comedy's happening. Nothing. You just show up. You win them over, you do your shit, you go to the next show. Usually the late shows that night is inside of a theater, it's a bigger campus, do a show. Anyway, so I go do this commuter campus, Penn State, noon show. It's the biggest cafeteria I've seen. I was like, oh, there's a lot of people. This is gonna be a dope show. I know how to get them. I know how to do this thing. I'm gonna have fun. I was like, oh, cool, because you got people. Fucking great. The guy who's introducing me is horrible. Now coming to the stage, I'm just a Mo comedian, like literally talking like this in a cafeteria.
He's a low speaker. He's a low talker.
Low speaker, mumbling. Yeah. He's like coming to the stage. He's trying to read my name. He's like, Mo Amber, and Mo Amber. I was like, Mo Amber. I was like, who the fuck is Mo Amber? He was like, Mo Amer. I was like, I had to walk on stage. I was like, yo, thank you. You know, I got it. I start doing my thing, rallying everybody, letting them know it's a comedy show. I got jokes. It's going to be fire, this and that. 5 minutes in, I got them. You know, now they know the cadence. You know what's supposed to happen, this and that. Now, a class of I don't even know how to
Special
needs kids walk in.
A whole class.
A whole class. Like, it's like 10 of them or something like that. I look over, I was like, oh, that's interesting timing. Like, it's going to be that. That's just nice. It's going to be cool. They're coming in. Everybody's like looking over. And one of the kids sits down in the middle of my joke in the whole cafeteria while everybody's eating. There's like 500 students there, okay? And they're all like 18, 19 years old max. All of a sudden, he sits down while I'm talking. He goes, boo! I'm like, what's going on? I say, who invited this guy? Just
But
thinking
you
that
don't
would
know
get a
special
joke.
needs at the time.
I do know,
Okay,
100%. I know. You can't miss it. There's a whole class of 12 that just came in. You can't miss that.
Okay.
But I started saying, I was like, oh, who invited this guy? Doesn't get a laugh. I was like, this is going to be a situation. Everybody's too immature to deal with it, right? So they're not going to be able to react. They don't know if this is funny or not funny, this and that. This goes on for 45 minutes, okay? Where every time I'm talking, he goes, boo! I'm dying for 45 fucking straight minutes on this little ass stage in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania in a fucking lunchroom while everybody's awkwardly eating their chicken strips and french fries while I'm getting heckled by a special needs kid for 45 minutes straight. I'm assuming it's at least 45 because I did 52 minutes that night. And I know I did that day. And I know it was 52 minutes because my college agent called me. He said, you only did 52 minutes. You're contracted to do 60. I was like, if I had a problem with time, I've never had a problem with time. You know what the fuck happened to me? I just died a miserable death for 45 plus minutes of just this guy clapping.
Nobody else was laughing.
Nobody stopped him. Nobody's laughing. I could hear them eating.
But they were laughing at first.
I could hear people chewing. Yeah.
They were laughing at you at first.
You had them at first before the special needs kids came.
I'm doing my thing. I know how to do this. So it's
and
my
then
shit.
after that, no one.
At that point, I've done like 60 colleges maybe under my belt. You kidding me? This is cakewalk. I just gotta get the guy out of there that's mumbling, start my shit, and I'll get him.
The mumble guy.
I'll get him. This is just like some organizer of the school is introducing you. He don't perform nothing, and those kids don't even know comedy shows happening. There's like flyers up, but nobody's paying attention. So I do it, and I'm killing. And then this kid walks in, starts booming. Now I've thought about this, and I think this is what happened. I think this special needs kid knows that nobody takes him seriously. No one really ever does. And so he's went there with the intention, like, I'm going to have fun. And his fun was, I'm going to boo this stand-up comedian and laugh at me booing him because he's going to die a miserable death on the stage. And that's going to entertain me and I can get away with it because nobody takes me seriously. So you know what? Fuck all y'all. Boo! I think that's what happened because he knew. I looked at him a couple times like, I know you know what the fuck you're doing. And and honestly, the funniest thing for another comedian to watch is watching them bomb on stage.
That's what Dion said. That's what Dion said.
It's so funny, bro. It's just so it's tough, but it's really, really funny.
I swear to God, Dion just said that. He said that
was my worst.
Was there other comedians there?
I'm so glad you just glossed over one of the most traumatic memories of my life. You were like, yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. I need a minute of therapy after that, bro. This shit is so hard.
But was there anybody watching other comedians there?
No, but it's like the whole city was there.
But what's his gang and cheering him on? Like, yo, go ahead, get him.
No,
his gang. You said
He said gang with 12 deep.
I was looking at the teacher like, you really not going to do anything? But honestly, I'm glad to have entertained him for that 45 minutes.
All right.
It's worth it.
God damn it.
It's worth it. Let me tell you something. I couldn't wait to get to that 7 p.m. I was driving like, oh, I can't wait.
Oh, because you had another gig.
They're going to get the best show of my life.
All right. Oh shit!
The best show of my life.
Oh shit! You ready for kick out stuff?
Yeah. It wasn't the best show of my life.
We're bringing in Sonny for a drinker.
Oh yeah!
Come on, Sonny.
Yeah.
These two guys are drinking.
I'm sorry.
Neither of these two guys are drinking.
No, but Cypher's basically Muslim now. Just convert already.
I turned Muslim when I was in the Middle East.
Cypher's been Muslim since '98.
Cypher's been Muslim since '98. I don't know why he's
never got high. That's what I mean. Yeah. Where does fuck Sonny go?
So Sonny's gonna drink for.
He gonna drink for you.
Okay.
That's why we have you don't want to ask her? That's why she has a job?
Sonny.
I'm independent. ZB independent.
You're independent? All right, we're about to play our drinking game, by the way.
All right.
We're going to give you two choices. You pick one, and we're not drinking. But if you say both or neither, we're drinking.
Okay.
He already started.
Both neither.
No, this is why.
Say it again. I wish I didn't smoke this weed because now I'm like thinking about everything. I'm so introspective now.
Boris, pass me some blunts.
All right, the first one.
What are you doing, Boris? Like, you're behind, bro. Bro, why do I look at you and I feel like I'm looking at myself? This is freaking me the fuck out. Oh, this is freaking me the fuck out.
I swear to God. Mo.
You guys hit the face off.
I limp too.
Hey, man, they call him
This is fucked up, bro.
His name is Boris. They call
Oh
him
my God.
I swear to God, when I walked in,
Yeah.
I go, oh, Mo's here already. And I said, what's up to him? I said, oh, that's our Mo.
Listen, bro.
I swear to God.
If people are gonna be mistaking you for me, we gotta get you dressing better. We're gonna take you out. We're gonna go shopping, bro. I want people to think we're gonna get you edge up. We're gonna get all this fixed up, and just pretend like it's me.
Break it, man. He's gonna get so mad.
What shit? I know, bro. You mad at me?
He got food too.
He's like, no, you're unattractive. And I thought I was more attractive.
Oh, look, Cherry Rice.
He's a sex symbol.
Cherry Rice. He found it. Look, he found it. Cherry Rice.
Cherry Rice.
Can,
What is it?
Can you read it out? Read it out loud?
Yeah, please.
From Iraq.
It's Persian.
It is a Persian dish. Okay.
Iraq.
No, it's Iran, not Iraq.
Yeah,
all the same
I think
era.
that ain't that the same like Persian
No,
and Iran?
No,
Like,
no, Iran is, they're
Yes,
Persian,
Iran
but
is-
Iraq
yeah.
is not.
Oh no, I said Iran.
Yeah.
Iran has the Kurds in the north. And
All right, so you ready?
And you have, no, what are we doing?
If
The-
we're gonna give you
the-
a choice.
Yeah.
No,
He knows.
No, tell
then-
me again. Yeah,
okay.
tell me again.
We're going to give you two choices.
Yes, you pick.
If you pick one,
Yes.
we don't drink.
Okay.
But if you say both, like you don't want to answer the
Yeah,
politically
exactly.
correct.
If you say both.
Both or neither.
Neither.
But we really just want stories from anybody we're mentioning. Have you
Okay.
got any stories?
Okay, cool.
All right, Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy?
God damn. Comedian. Bro, it's like both.
Yeah.
It's got to be both.
Jesus,
Yeah, what are we
Christmas.
doing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna drink, but I'm gonna drink.
All right, coffee.
drink
Coffee.
I don't believe you at all. Oh.
I'll drink coffee. These are coffee shots.
Kevin Hart or Chris Rock?
Ah, Dios mío. Ah, Shaba.
Comedian.
Fuck, bro. I hate this. Is much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I thought it was like every time I watch these clips, I'm like, man, y'all just too you fucking choose.
I mean, you gotta have your reasons for each.
Yeah, and it could be any reason. It doesn't mean that one's better.
I'm gonna pick Kevin. I'm gonna pick Kevin, but I do love Chris Rock's. So Bigger and Blacker. I mean, I listen to that CD like 1,000 times. One of the best. But I like Kevin Hart because he's so spontaneous all the time. I really like that. Yeah.
Marlon
I like
Wayans?
storytelling too. It's beautiful.
Marlon Wayans or Damon Wayans?
Oh my God. Love both of them. Absolutely love both of them. Love Marlon. Always been very nice to me. I love him to death. I think he's fucking amazing. Movies that he's able to pull off, incredible. I gotta go with the OG Damon Wayans.
Let me take this one.
I mean, like, it's
Even
amazing.
Marlon would say,
Yeah, he would.
So it's like,
That's usually the best way to answer. If the
Yeah,
person
yeah.
is going up against will
Yeah.
say that
Yeah,
person.
Marlon would
Damon
say
Wayans
Damon.
stand up.
Come on.
I wish he would come
Homie
back.
don't play that also
Listen,
from A Living Color? Like,
I'm
fucking
gonna be
amazing.
honest. I think that this is like Middle Eastern shit right here.
What's
they
Middle
made
Eastern
it.
shit?
They made it.
Not really, though.
Just so you know.
How many?
No, these are not even Middle Eastern, just FYI.
You know what I'm trying to say.
There's not Middle Eastern, just
You know what I'm
FYI.
trying to
You know what I'm
say.
trying
That's
to
the
say.
Colombian guy and the Dominican guy over there. They made this.
All right.
But I'm curious because one of them shouted me out and one of them is my friend.
Okay.
Aziz Ansari
Okay.
or Russell Peter.
Not Middle
That's
East.
what I just told him. I told him they're not Middle
I
Eastern.
got two Middle Eastern comedians for you. Ready? Aziz Ansari and Russell Peters.
They're just Eastern.
That's what I mean. Come on, this is my first
That's
friend.
The Middle Indian.
They're Asian, if anything.
Yes. Both very, very different. Both, again, very, very different. But I do have to give it to Russell because what he did, he was like the first guy in, like, I think it was like 2008. His clip went crazy viral. And he was doing it globally where on a level that, and on a scale that I think very few people have even done today. Like, they're starting to do a lot more now than ever. But Russell was like, when that shit popped, it was like, as far as stand-up is concerned, it was not to be fucked with. And it was really, really dope to see because he spent so much time in stand-up and he was like an outside Hollywood guy, but inside Hollywood, like everybody knew him, but he really, really took it to a whole nother level with that. So that's dope.
You know what I love about Russell Peters? You know, I hang out
You
with
the
him a
one
lot.
Russell shouted you out?
No. Aziz shouted me out.
Okay.
Aziz was like, "How did N.O.R.E?" He was interviewing Pharrell, and then he goes to Pharrell because I keep forgetting like I made classic records and shit. So he goes to Pharrell. He goes, "How did N.O.R.E come up with that?" He said, "How did you and N.O.R.E come up with what?" And Pharrell goes, "It was just N.O.R.E." He goes, "I just imagine N.O.R.E going what?" And I'm like, "Ah, shit, that was dope." And then Russell Peters, I connected with, but this is what I love. To me, there isn't a lot of all-out comedians.
Oh, not a what?
All-out comedians? What do you mean
comedians.
by that?
Now, thank you. A friend of mine who we just had on here, we had Jack Thriller on here. One time we had Jack Thriller on the show, and we start like talking. Jack starts getting like gangster. He falls out of being a comedian. As opposed to I had Marlon Wayans on here. Marlon Wayans gets out and he just looks at everybody and he connects with everybody. He just goes straight into being a comedian. When I connect with people like y'all, it just never lose being a comedian. That's what I love about Russell Peters. Because every time I see him, he finds something funny in everything we do. Whether it's a lizard drawing and I just love pure comedians who stay being a comedian all goddamn day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
Russell's a great guy, bro.
Yeah.
There's just very different, people. Like Aziz Ansari, like I think the thing they have most in common is they both really love hip hop, right?
Yeah. Russell Peters definitely puts it down for
Russell
hip-hop.
is crazy for hip hop, yeah. So it's
Russell's hip hop. Aziz like more commercial hip hop.
Yeah.
Like he's like you see Aziz got Travis Scott in his playlist, and Russell Peters has Big Daddy Kane
And Grandmaster Caz.
I think Aziz,
and Roxanne Sante.
Aziz likes hip hop. Russell
is hip hop. Yeah,
there you go.
Straight up.
There you go.
Fair.
Yo, did we just start Indian beef? Because I don't want.
Well, for you, it's Middle Eastern beef.
I don't want like shit be going on Twitter.
I'm not gonna lie. While we were talking, that's all I could think about. Both of them looking at me like, "You didn't defend us. And why weren't you in there?" It's hard out here, okay? Because it's not as easy as it is. And I can't believe y'all do this while drinking.
Because y'all like they cousins, right? Like how Jamaicans and Haitians are with the Indians, like
Jesus
with Palestinians.
no
I'm
way.
asking.
It's not. I can't even.
Jamaicans and Haitians not cousins. Y'all been cousins for years. You've been wearing their
You're not
belts.
cousins?
Yeah, I mean, there is.
He's like, yeah, there's camaraderie.
Are you asking? I don't really understand the question, to be honest with you. It's a very complicated thing.
You don't know how like
It's a rhetorical.
Jamaicans.
I mean, the trade route from India to the Middle East, which you were actually referring to.
Go to the smoking
Yeah.
section.
Which is a colonial term.
That's the smoking section. Smoking right here.
Come on.
No, not over here. You go over there, bro. Take that shit over there.
You know you're the only guest.
Can we share an ashtray?
You're the only guest.
Yeah, but
Why did you look at me like that when you asked me that? He had a twinkle in his eye. When he was like, would we share an ashtray together?
And a bidet.
No sharing bidet. Wash your ass a little bit. Wash my ass. That's so weird. What are you talking about? What show am I on?
Okay, this one is good.
Go ahead.
JB Smooth or Phase on Love?
JB Smooth. JB Smooth, man.
Did you watch the last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes.
Did you realize that he is the new Kramer?
I didn't really put it together like that.
If you notice,
Yeah.
for years Larry been
Yes.
saying that he fucked up the Seinfeld finale. So what they did was
He said that? He feels like he fucked up the finale?
the world said that to him.
Oh, yeah,
and he's
yeah,
always
yeah,
embraced
yeah.
it. Like, yo, you're right. So
Okay.
if you look at the last episode, Kramer says, JB Smooth, who is Leon Black, he goes to Larry David and goes, I don't like Kramer because Kramer always jumping in and barging in and he's staying where he's not welcome. That's exactly what Leon Black is
exactly
doing at the time.
Yeah.
And then they go and he goes, yo, I'm gonna watch Seinfeld. He said, because I heard you fucked up the finale. and then he goes, I don't even want your opinion. Larry David to Leon. And then they remake the whole shit over, and that's how like Larry David's the fucking.
I didn't see the last episode.
To me, this is your. And now I'm not blowing
I'm a
your
big,
horn.
big fan
This is how I
of
talk
Larry
about you when you're not around.
Thank you.
I'll be like, Cypher has the Larry David comedy. Like if you're not knowing it, like it'll miss over your head because it's smart comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talked about people taking Brooklyn, you said the white people took Brooklyn, and I was like, damn. Like if you actually know what he's talking about,
Yeah.
like Brooklyn was horrible.
Yeah. I've only heard stories, unfortunately. I was not there.
He said that you could go off the Brooklyn Bridge and they give you a greeting map now.
Yes.
I hate it. I want people to still get robbed. I'm sorry.
I don't think you want to get robbed.
People still get robbed. I was robbed. Yeah, I want the people. Yeah. You just
I never got robbed.
Yeah, but not in Brooklyn Bridge. You gonna get a city bike before you get a gun
Bridge,
for that. Damn, but yeah, but so okay. So we got that right.
Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence.
Oh man,
Dave Chappelle. I mean, this is my brother. I've done thousands of shows with Dave. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You definitely smoke more cigarettes than Sonny D. I don't know if you smoke more cigarettes than Dave Chappelle.
I don't smoke more cigarettes than Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle will wear me out smoking cigarettes.
Because I ain't
Wear
gonna
me out in
lie,
general.
I seen you in Orlando. You did some shit like this.
What?
You was
Oh, like
smoking?
playing with it?
I was
Yeah.
I like he did cocaine
Yeah,
before.
no, not like that. It's not like that. Not like that. I keep my drugs vegan, bro. I keep my drugs vegan.
Okay. All right, cool.
Dave, bro.
No, that one you can't even.
I've done thousands of shows with Dave.
Whatever person you said, it would always be Dave Chappelle. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
No, it is like objectively, not even. That's my brother, and I love him very much. And like, I've seen what he did. Like when he first started making his comeback, and I started doing the shows with him. I was always surprised. And there's no like, Dave won't give you lead time. Like, you want to come tomorrow? Yeah, she want to come tomorrow. Next thing you know, it turns into thousands of shows.
Yeah.
And I'm really just blown away by his presence, his ability to like move, to writing, to how he thinks, his process. It's really, really a massive blessing in my life that I was able to see that in real time. And he endured so much along the way to get there. It's just really so inspiring for objectively. Just
make some noise for Dave. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I tell you,
It's so ill, bro. It's so
another thing
ill.
when I got to see comedians work, bro. I love to see that because it's like rap, but it's not like rap because it's your own unique process.
Yeah.
But he had a show here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was in the Hollywood Hard Rock Cafe. So I went all 3 days. First day,
Crazy.
awesome. Tore it down, but you could tell like it was something bothering him, right? The next day, did the same exact show, tore it down, got it tight. But then that third day was like, it was like watching Superman. Like, because it was like he learned on Friday what he shouldn't have did, whatever. I don't know what he saw, because I saw everything as being flawless. When he came to me, he probably thought I was the illest yes man in the world.
Yeah.
He's like, "How you like it?" N.O.R.E. Like, "I love it," because I really did. Like, I didn't see what he saw. But then the next day, I saw him tighten the show up more on that Saturday. Then on that Sunday, it was like I never saw Friday and Saturday.
right.
Like, I got to see him make it in real time. Like, is that how you perfect your specials too? You have to go out and like continue to perform and see what works and what doesn't work, even though we got to get.
First of all, you remind me of two things, okay? Number one is Big Sean. I need to call him out right now.
Okay.
He was on your show, and he mentioned how Dave hooked up his dad, and he came out and his father. Can you remember this? You guys remember this? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Big Sean, it's crazy you just omit me from the whole entire situation.
Oh,
no,
this
this
is
is actually
you? Okay.
this is actually a really special thing. No,
Okay.
I'm just fucking with Big Sean. He's a great dude. So I get tickets to Stevie Wonder tickets in Detroit. Okay, just randomly. Random. What happened?
No, Stevie Wonder story.
Stevie Wonder's
Okay, all right,
so
good.
famous
Is it?
on here.
All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know
So he
that.
saw you
Smoke
there.
on, brother. No,
So
check
Stevie
this
saw you
out.
there.
It's so insane, bro. This night was crazy. So I go do a show on Wednesday in Flint. Hilarious. I have
Michigan.
an off day. Yeah.
Didn't drink the water.
Definitely did not drink the water. I got it. The hell out of there, unfortunately. But so my friend, she worked for the Palace, and I had an off day on Thursday. It happens to be Stevie Wonder in Detroit, hometown situation. You got 2 tickets. I'm like so fired up. I'm like, this is gonna be amazing. I was like, who's gonna go with me though? So I hit up my friends that are from Detroit. Everybody's out of town. I was like, this is crazy. So annoying. So then I go, my boy is filming movies, great director, his name's Q. He's directing a movie there, so I'm on his set, and I go, listen, bro, like, I got this extra ticket. What time you get out of here for Stevie Wonder? You wanna go? I was like, oh man, I'm directing all night. But I got tickets for my mom. It's her birthday, and she's taking her best friend with her, and her best friend's husband doesn't have a ticket. Would you mind him going with you. I was like, man, to go to Stevie Wonder with an older black man? Are you kidding? This is gonna be the best fucking game ever. Like that's exactly what I want to go with, right? Somebody who's like appreciates it and loves it as much as you know, way more than I do. Probably like it's his era. So I said, yes, absolutely. So meet him up, hook him up. All this, we hang out. We're sitting in our seats, great seats. We're watching Stevie Wonder, this and that, and then I see Freddie O'Neill's playing the harmonica. And I was like, oh shit, I know Freddie. I was like, that's my friend. And he goes, oh. And he looks at me. He goes, I just want to let you know, like, thank you for this. This means a lot to me. I was like, oh, no problem. Of course, this is the best. My pleasure. I love Q, and this is amazing, like, situation that happened. He goes, if you ever need anything, my son is Big Sean.
What?
He goes, my son is Big Sean. If you ever need anything, you know, like, I'd love to, you know, thank you as just showing appreciation. I was like, your son's Big Sean. I love Big Sean. This is crazy. So it just became this thing. And once I saw Freddie playing the harmonica, I was like, oh, that's crazy. After the show, let's go, you know, try to go backstage and meet Stevie Wonder, and it'd be so amazing. And then I see Freddie. Freddie sees me. He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "What's up?" It's crazy. So now Big Sean's there. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is this all happening? I was like, I don't even know how it's happening. And he gives me backstage passes. We go down, meet Stevie Wonder. He actually had to take his wife back, and they had to leave. They didn't do it, but we exchanged numbers. And when I came back that same time,
You and Stevie exchanged numbers?
yeah, no. Big Sean's father. And I went down and I met Stevie Wonder. This is actually really fucked up because I took a selfie with Stevie Wonder and I forgot he was blind. I just took he was like, did you just take a selfie? I was like, yeah, how did you know? He goes, I can feel by your body movement how you change. I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I just want to let you know. I told him my appreciation and all this, and he goes, you got to give a time for an old man to smile like that. It was really, really sweet. I took a picture with him. Crazy. I go back, do a show with Dave. And Sean's father hits me up, texts me, yo, can I come? I was like, of course. I come up for tickets, and he comes out, and that's how the whole thing happened.
Stevie ain't trying to take your girl or nothing like that.
Oh, wait till that later. Yeah, the whole story's crazy.
Oh, really?
He got a great story with Stevie Wonder.
Stevie be snatching chicks.
Yeah,
He be snatching chicks.
Listen. By the way,
Don't give the story away because the story's too crazy.
No. By the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if I'm walking down the street, Stevie Wonder might swing on me.
What?
No, we have too many stories about him. Like on this show. And all right, first of all, the Isley brothers came on here and said they saw him crossing the highway.
Not the highway, a busy street, like
Come
a busy.
on.
The highway to me, man. That's the fucking highway, a busy street.
First thing I'd ask is like, how old was Stevie Wonder at the time? Because you know his skills
He's been
are
blind
extreme.
for a long time.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he got better
His
blind.
skills are extremely refined at that point.
But
His hearing is different.
Shaq said that they lived in the same building, and one day Shaq got on the elevator. He was on the elevator already, Shaq. And Stevie got on the elevator and said, "What's up, Diesel?" This is Shaq's story.
Shaq has a particular aroma. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you know that
I
aroma.
heard about this.
You know?
Snoop Dogg said he FaceTimes him.
And he said, nice to see you.
Listen,
Come on, that's funny.
I wish I'm making
I would
this up.
FaceTime people if I was blind all the time.
Dude, that is funny.
Because you can just
That
go
is funny.
FaceTime so-and-so and you just be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, that's funny.
It's
That's
funny.
right.
He's been a superstar his whole life, so he knows people want to see him
Right.
when you FaceTime.
Right.
Yeah.
And also he can see.
He's what?
Also he can see.
He can see.
Stevie can see.
No, for real, bro. He might be legally blind, but maybe he sees something there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the Big Sean story.
On you.
Bless you.
Well, big up to Stevie Wonder.
So that, and then you said about refining material also.
Okay.
Like refining the material. But this is actually quick, because Syfe saw this in real time. Pun intended, I guess. Pun unintended. But I have a whole bit at the end of the special. It's more like a poem, bit, reflection, just trying to capturing the time. And it's all about time.
Right.
The whole thing. And I wrote that the day before I filmed the special. And it was like 4 pages. I was kind of panicked over it. Not panicked, but I was just
No,
very
panic
nervous.
panic is a good
Panic
word.
is a good word, yeah. I mean, like, look, that's very, it's not really the way you operate. You tour, you get the hour set, then you film it. And in this scenario, I felt like something was missing. So I wrote like a 3 to 4 minute chunk all about time. And
During the shooting of his special. That no one
And
does
had to
that.
memorize that?
Yeah.
Nobody, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was really. I don't think you understand how
Came out good, though.
breaking that was. Yeah,
Came out
it
great.
came out fantastic. Yeah, it was great.
Okay. Mike Epps or Chris Tucker?
Neither. I can't pick.
All right, then
Can't
take a
pick.
shot.
I love them both. Yeah.
Yeah, you just the guy.
I love
Hey,
them both.
drink.
I love them both. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say neither the rest of the way. See what happens.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. If
Both.
that was
I like
genius,
both.
you know why they was genius? Because they both played that same role in Legendary Friday.
That's
If it
absolutely
wasn't
right.
for Chris Tucker, it probably would be a Day. I would say not Mike Epps, a Day because
Yeah.
I don't believe Mike Epps stole that picture as Mike Epps. I believe he stole it as Day. Because just the same way we were calling Chris Tucker Smokey,
Yeah.
we were calling Mike Epps Day.
Yeah, I mean it's true. You can't really pick between the two. But Chris Tucker has like such a amazing on-screen. So when he came on the scene, like he took over everything, right?
Yeah.
Took over everything. And Mike Epps was similarly the same way. But I
Absolutely.
really like that Mike Epps has maintained like his stand-up and stand-up chops. That's why I just can't pick between other. Or else I would have said Chris Tucker.
Right, okay.
Right?
UGK or the Ghetto Boy?
Oh,
Seriously.
You know I still live in Houston, right?
That's the cocaine section over here, right?
Why would you do
The
this to me?
Dominican and the Colombian.
No, both.
Both?
Obviously,
Okay,
both.
all right,
What am I gonna
cool.
do, bro? I gotta go home. And I genuinely I think the first hip hop track I ever heard in my life was "My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me" by the Ghetto Boys.
I feel like that's
I was
almost
10.
everybody's
I was 10.
first
No,
hip hop
it was
track.
my brother had the tape, and I put it in, and I listened to it. I was like, "Whoa!" My mind was
track.
completely blown away.
Wow.
Yeah.
your Bun B has come out on a few Mo Amer shows.
Yeah, no, Bum B.
They
has
tight,
been,
bro.
Like, yeah, I love Bum B, bro.
You had a Trill Burger?
Of course, I've had a Trill Burger.
gosh.
Whether you
Nah, he
like
was-
it or not, you're going to try the Trill Burger. Like,
Oh,
Bum
I
will
love it.
You'll be just chilling here for a second, and Bum will be behind you, like, "Have you had a Trill Burger?" And you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah, so
By
not
the way, they are delicious.
They are
Unbelievable.
delicious.
So good.
I even eat the vegan one.
Yeah.
You got a vegan one?
Yeah, because you know I don't eat beef.
Oh, I
So
know.
I forget for what holiday he came, but he
You don't
came
eat
out
beef,
here.
but you're surrounded by 6 champagne bottles.
Hey man, this is the best.
bro.
Healthy living.
This is not champagne. This is champagne.
Champagne.
This is champagne. This is from the Delta Alps of France.
Oh my God, I gave you a segue for a plug.
Yes,
It's great.
Okay. All right.
Ralph
definitely
Barbosa or George Lopez?
George Lopez.
Okay.
No, wait. I
Wait,
thought you said
whoa.
George Carlin.
No.
Sorry.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, I hate George
Say it again,
Lopez.
say it again.
No. Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah. I know what's
I
happening.
thought he said
Yeah,
George
That's-
Carlin. I thought you
Yeah.
were
You
joking on me.
talking about comedian beef?
Yeah, that's
No,
Mexican
no.
beef,
There's
though,
beef
right?
with George Lopez?
No.
No, because George Lopez said that the young Mexicans are not
You guys
funny.
did that on purpose, bro. Y'all fucking tricked me, bro.
Yes, they are. I told you. That's the
One of my
cocaine
favorite
section.
comedians of all time is George Carlin, so that's the only thing I thought of.
Okay.
I was like, oh,
Wasn't
they're
me.
That's the white
playing
guy,
the game.
right?
They're messing with.
That-
That's the white guy. How
They used to
dare
talk
you?
about
Put some
politics, right?
respect
Rest in
on.
peace to George
They used to talk about politics,
He used to
right?
talk about
Yeah.
everything.
Nah, he was there.
No, don't even say that, bro. Why would you say that? He's one of the greatest minds, comedic minds of all time.
yeah.
He wouldn't have
And
liked
just-
Trump. He wouldn't have liked Trump.
I don't think he likes either of them. That's
He wouldn't like. He doesn't like government.
Yeah.
At least our government.
Yeah,
George Carlin is.
Yeah,
But
he's the
George
GOAT.
Lopez is hating on all the little young.
No, Ralph
on
Barbosa,
Chicos.
100% Ralph Barbosa. That's my brother. He was in season 2 of Mo. He's also like a genuine
that's a
fucking
skinny
guy.
comedian?
Yeah,
A skinny
It's Ralph
Mexican?
Barbosa for 100% Ralph Barbosa. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I love him to death. And fucking solid work tricking me, Dominicans.
But I like how we're skipping over George
Colombians.
Lopez is
Colombians and
hating on the younger comedians.
I don't like that.
No,
No, first of all, you should never do that. It's really fucked up. I hate
what
that.
did George
I was always
Lopez
a young,
do?
I started as a 17-year-old in the
What
club.
did he exactly say?
I don't know exactly the full,
Let's
but I know
Google it.
he was shitting on. I
Yeah,
heard
he was on a
George Lopez.
he was on a
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah,
with
so-
Steve Trevino.
Trevino. Yeah,
Trevino. And Steve Trevino was talking about the young comics coming up in the game that he feels like the comedian
Did he actually
game.
name these comics?
Yeah, he said that he's like, for example,
wow.
Ralph Barbosa.
Oh wow!
And he was saying how the comedy game is thriving right now. And George was like, "Who's that? I don't know him."
Damn, George.
And then, okay, you don't know him. So then
That's what I
Steve,
heard, yeah.
Steve tried to start explaining to him, "Oh, he's a young Mexican from Dallas. He's doing this, and that." And George was basically saying like, "Nah, I don't talk to people like that. Don't put them on. You giving them the easy way out." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, fuck
Yeah.
you.
But this is at
Fuck
the time
you
when
for
like
saying that.
Ralph,
For real, fuck you.
This is a time when Ralph was blowing up on
Yeah, that's crazy.
on YouTube.
Right.
And I mean, Ralph, bro, I love Ralph to death. He hit me. I was doing a show in Houston.
Great guy,
before he was anything, and I'm nobody. He hit me. He's like, "Hey, can I come open for you?" And I always try to put
So is
comments
that like
on.
a respect thing? I want to get back to that because I heard you say that a couple times.
Yeah,
When a comedian asks another comedian, that's a respect.
It's
But
not
let's finish
normal.
that
It's
up.
not normal. It's not
Okay.
normal, but it's like a show of respect for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like a seasoned guy and all this stuff
Yeah.
and you look up to. He's so humble. Bro, Ralph, first of all, works his ass off. He's doing it right.
And he's funny.
He's in the clubs. Of course he's funny. And he's just, the more important part is that he's really, really working on his craft and respects the craft and knows the craft. For George Lopez to say nobody knows that motherfucker or whatever it is, first of all, it's so... As someone who started as a kid in the game, it's very, very disheartening to hear that kind of discouragement because you could throw somebody off the tracks completely or you can get stronger.
Yeah.
But now you're taking away the spirit.
100%.
You're taking away the spirit of somebody. Like, why are you doing this? You know, especially you don't even know Ralph. He looks up to you, loves you, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And guess what, motherfucker? You're going to retire at some point. You're going to stop doing it. It's going to fizzle out. And all you're going to have is these young guys that look up to you and
say your name.
come and say your name. That's what's going to keep you alive. So you're doing that. That's straight up hating.
You are
Fuck that
correct.
shit.
And
that, man. I don't like
I'm gonna
that.
just be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know in the content it was asked.
It doesn't matter.
context, right.
It
In the
doesn't
context
matter.
it was asked in because now
It doesn't matter. The context does not matter.
No, you're correct. You're correct.
And
But-
first of all, that's not to throw shade on George Lopez.
Yeah.
So George Lopez is extremely accomplished, did it the right way, like stand-up wise, like putting in the time, putting in the effort, worked his way up,
here's my
has
point.
his moment. And also you can't say about George Lopez without mentioning Paul Rodriguez.
That's right.
Like Paul Rodriguez, he's the one to have the first sitcom, as far as I remember, as someone of his background. And he's the one who opened those doors. Like if that was bigger than it was, you know, he anticipated, he could have, there might not have been a George Lopez or
what
it
I'm
would not
saying is-
exist without Paul Rodriguez.
What I'm saying is the older you get, the less of troll senses you have, right? Meaning they like I could tell if someone's trolling me the minute you open your mouth. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know how to play this game. But sometimes the older you get, those senses don't go off, those spidey senses. So they could have been asked like, hey, like it could have been asked in like in a disrespectful way, like, hey man, these are young comedians, they're coming for your spot.
Yeah.
And then he could. So that's what I'm saying. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't think it's just a natural thing for an elder comedian to look down on a person.
No, they do that. They
See, I don't know
fucking
this.
do that.
You gotta tell me.
As far as I know, I'm not sure. Like, there's some comedians that don't even like, people of their background touring with them. It happens, and I think that he's had this.
But that's
reputation.
also-
You hear more stories like you guys
That's
like
true.
getting
I
together.
like-
That
mixing
world,
it up. I like
that
mixing
world
it
is
up.
sorry to cut you. That world's a little different because it's comedy, but it's also Mexican, and they got their own rules. They got their own system. So there was like, so like that whole beef with Ralph and George blew up comedy wise. Like we were like, oh, you shouldn't do that. He's a young good comedian.
Yeah.
But in the Mexican world, it's like, oh, it's even Ralph was telling me there's a difference between Texas Mexicans and California Mexicans.
Yeah.
And he was like, and a lot of people was like, oh, you talking bad about young Mexicans, you don't put no Mexicans on, or the Mexicans don't be around.
exactly.
So that's all that beef went even deeper than just comedy.
Wow.
I take on a very different approach. When this young Arab guys, because I didn't have anybody.
That's what I was asking.
I didn't have anybody. It
Because
was by
who do you
myself.
have to look up to?
As far as like people from my
Comedian.
background, there was no
Yeah, you had no example?
Arab stand-up comedian.
Arabs? Oh,
Yeah, there
wow.
was zero. I started stand-up in 1995. That's my first time to stand-up.
shit.
I
Not
started
even the Iron
touring.
Sheik, right?
I started touring. That's not even wrestling. He's wrestling and he's Iranian, bro. He's Persian, bro. It's not even close.
My bad. Bad
It
area.
isn't, it is, but it isn't, but it isn't, But I didn't have anything like that at all. I didn't have anything like that at all. I was creating their own road, their own path. And actually, like, this is the one thing that, like, the comedians would hate on when I was first starting is like, oh, he's just talking about where he comes. It's so hacky. He's talking about his Arab family and his Arab. Bro, nobody had. I've never seen this on stage before.
Right.
This has
Me
not
neither.
been touched upon. You can never.
And
This
also, you weren't doing all of that.
But I wasn't doing all of that, yes, but also
Some of
it's
it,
like,
yeah.
so what? This is
Yeah.
the point. It's all original material that's based off of my life, and stand-up is that, So that's like, and so that being said, like I try to look out for guys that I know they're doing it well, that are from my background, that are, ask me questions. My phone's always,
Let's take a shot for that.
ready. Yeah,
Take a shot for
100%.
that. Salud, salud.
Absolutely.
So not the Iron Sheik.
Not the Iron Sheik, but yes, the Iron Sheik. R.I.P. But no, I think it's really, really important to that. And that's what like, I want to give them the game. I want to give this exactly how you do it, you know?
Right.
And whoever, you know, calls me, and there's a young comedian out of Toronto that opened up for me that I talk to him all, you know, whenever he needs it. Like he hits me up. There's guys that tour together, and just, I think it's important to share information. Not just with that, even with Cypher and I, because Cypher's, you know, how many years you been doing stand-up?
I mean, now 15.
Yeah, 15 years. I mean,
But,
now
like,
it's that,
officially 10.
it's that point, you know, it's that point. You go through different growths and you're like, hey, what was it like when you were 15 years in? This is what you do. This is what it is. And so my mentorship went only so far with my original teacher. And with Dave, he was able to teach me about this altitude, you know,
Right.
there's a different altitude to it. There's a different game to it. So there's, it's like getting your PhD or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one though. Solid work.
Yeah.
Solid work, guys.
Yeah. Jim Carrey,
Please take away that fuck up.
Jim Carrey, or Will Ferrell?
Yeah. Wow. I genuinely love both of them very much, and I grew up, you know, obviously watching Jim Carrey, and that's the guy. I can't.
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one.
That's a good one. Who came up with
That's
that
a
one?
really, really good one, bro. That's a really,
section.
really good one. I'm gonna
Cocaine
say,
section.
fuck. I really love both of them very much, but I'm gonna give it to Jim Carrey. I'm gonna say Jim Carrey. I'm not gonna say both. I wanted to, but I'm gonna say Jim Carrey.
Do you realize?
Just because, like, watching the variety of roles that he was able to accomplish, and to be so to the Truman Show, and
I'm about to say,
to
you
Liar
realize
Liar, to
Jim
The
Carrey
Mask.
kind of showed us to what our life is going to be like. Like
Yeah.
we're all in a Truman Show right now.
Yeah, we are
in
in
our
a Truman
phones.
Show. Yeah, exactly.
We're
Yeah.
trapped in our phones.
Absolutely.
We're all in our own version of the Truman
Absolutely,
Show.
100%.
Yes. Okay.
No, I just love the
And
variety.
Idiocracy.
The
You seen that
variety
movie?
of roles. Which one?
Idiocracy. You never seen that movie?
Yeah,
Idiocracy?
I don't think so.
Go
I
watch
think
that
so.
movie.
All right,
This,
cool.
this is exactly what we're living like right now. We are.
Facts.
The smartphones made us dumb. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree. I agree. It's like a slippery slope. It's kind of I agree and I don't agree. It's how you use it. It's always like how you use it. Like AI could be exceptional if it's used for good, but we all know that it's going to be used for bad. They got fucking
porn.
drones now. They got
what?
drones that
porn?
can just
For porn.
shoot you. You know, they got drones that can follow you.
AI
It's like,
is dope for people like DLC for using it for his voice, people like Beanie Siegel to use it for their voice. But then it's horrible because those same people that can use that same voice could call a bank and tell them, "Hey man, release $100,000," and it's the same voice. Why wouldn't the bank believe them?
Yeah.
So that's a plus and a minus.
the way you're
I
talking
get on
is like
fire.
someone who has a lot of money.
I just got on fire. Just like, that's the truth, right? Yeah. All right. So go ahead. Next one.
Chevy Chase or Steve Martin?
Oh,
my God. I'm going to say both.
okay.
I'm going to say both.
Salud.
I'm not going to pick one. I love Chevy Chase, though, too. And Steve Martin. They're very different. Chevy Chase. I picked Chevy Chase. Oh, is it too late? It's too late.
My favorite word. I keep fucking it up. I love it.
Comedian.
Comedian.
It's in the comedian.
James Belushi or Chris Farley?
Chris Farley.
Wait, who?
Jim
Isn't it
Belushi.
Jim Belushi?
Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi.
Oh, right, James
I understood.
Belushi.
Hey, because that's his nickname. James and James.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Jim,
saying? You know my middle name
Nobody
is James.
says James because
Yeah,
I
nobody
told for a
says
minute you
James.
think John.
No, Chris
They don't call me
Farley.
James neither.
I picked Chris Farley. As a matter of fact,
James Santiago, what up?
No way, that's your middle.
That's my middle name. Yeah.
I picked Chris Farley, and Chris Farley was I really
That's Tommy
loved
Boy,
him.
right?
Yeah, Tommy
Yeah,
Boy.
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. I think
Saturday Night
December
Live.
18th he passed away. Yeah, 1995 or 96 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but no, I grew up admiring him very much. It was the first time that I saw a fat guy on television that was hilarious. It was him and John Candy. Also, I love very
John
much.
Candy,
I love
John
John
Candy
Candy.
was
But
amazing.
Chris Farley, when I first did stand up in school, I would roast
Fat
the
guy
class
in a little coat? Get
Yeah,
outta here.
I would wear a little coat.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Yeah, that-
Fat guy. Yeah, y'all don't know this? Yeah, come on.
you got the
I'm a real comedian, bro. Like, come on.
It was always that shit. I would always do that. I would put on a little jacket and I would roast people in class as Chris Farley. And I also met Chris Farley. I was I think 13 years old. It was Planet Hollywood openings. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so they had it in Houston, and I was like, oh my God, Chris Farley's coming. And they had like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like all these, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis had a blues band at the time. Yeah. And so, and I was just like, all I could think about is just meeting Chris Farley. That's my guy. Like, I always wanted to be on SNL. I'm gonna do SNL.
You got the comedy bug early.
Like this is, oh man, I knew that I was gonna like be in SNL. Like I wanted to do that. Like that's all I could think about was Chris Farley. And when I met him, I saw him coming up, and I grabbed his hand, and I was like, I love you, and I wouldn't let go. And he was like, I love you too. Like, oh, more. You know, it's like, and I was like, oh my God, it just happened. You know, it just happened. And that just made my whole life, bro. I was just like, oh my God. And Arnold Schwarzenegger walked by. I was like, "Oh, cool," you know.
Yeah,
like,
where the fuck was you
that
at?
was so cool. It was the Planet Hollywood grand opening, and we got there early. We got there early so we could be right against the railing, so I could meet Chris Farley. That's all I could think of is I just wanted to meet Chris Farley. I genuinely did not like. I obviously felt good to see like, oh, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger and this guy and Bruce Willis, and it was dope. It was
a fat guy in a little coat is a legend.
Fat guy in a little coat
is a legend.
That was like seeing a reflection of me as a little kid, bro. I loved it.
Like, like Boris and you seeing each other right now. I respect that.
I don't feel it here.
Okay.
I don't feel it here.
Flip or zero?
I know what you meant.
Little flip or zero?
I gotta
take a shot,
bro. Yeah, both. I can't do it.
We had them both on too, together.
Nah, bro, that Houston shit.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You can't play with the.
You know what's so dope about Houston? You could go
Flip was at
platinum
my
just
show
in Houston.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Lil Flip was just at the show, right? He came out to the show. He came out to the show in Houston, popped
Lil
on,
Flip
and
is the homie.
And the way he went on stage and did the way we ball, and the whole fucking place went crazy.
Yeah, bro, you can't. No, Houston shit. You can't play with the rappers.
You know what
like
I call Little Flip?
Superstars out
He's a walking store.
Who?
Little Flip.
What do you
Walking
mean?
store.
Everything he has, he sells. You never see him walking. He walking in. He cup is for sale. Hey, the shirt that he got on and everything. Like he's a hustler. I love it.
Okay.
I got his back forever. All right.
Yeah.
Johnny Carson or David Letterman?
Ooh.
Man, this is like really, really annoying. But I'm gonna say David Letterman.
That's the one that got the beard now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say David Letterman, and I love Johnny Carson. And when you went on Carson back in the day, that's like you made it.
Yeah.
You just go up there. I mean, people will go up on Carson, do 5 minutes, and you could tour and make a living. And you got famous, and overnight you're just automatically famous. So I gotta tip the hat big time to Johnny Carson. Oh, going here today, you know that shit.
Right.
And he was one of the most brilliant interviewers. Like he would really ask questions. See, now you're rubbing off on me. He really asks questions. He would really ask questions and really be a fantastic host, and he would let the talent do their thing. That was really, really cool. David Letterman was my era, right? David Letterman, somebody I looked up to, loved, and I met him in the cornfields in Ohio when we were doing those shows with Dave in the cornfield during the pandemic. And he came out, and I was so excited because I wanted to do Letterman, and then he retired, and I ended up doing the Late Show 6 months after he retired. So I was like,
Late
man,
Show 6 months after he's
with Stephen Colbert.
Oh, with Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. And so he came out to the cornfield. I'm like, that's all I care about is I want to perform for Letterman. I don't even care about the crowd. Right. So I went out there and gave the best fucking show I could. And I asked my manager, I was like, did he like it? He was like, yeah, he liked it. I was like, just liked it? I was like, fuck. And then Dave's boy, Paul, came over. He's like, bro, David Letterman was loving your shit. He was like, who the fuck is this guy? He was like hunched over laughing. I looked at my manager. I was like, why the fuck are you telling me he just liked it? He's like, I don't want your head to be too big. I was like, this is not the time to be trying to teach me a lesson.
Don't be coy right now.
And it was really amazing. And Letterman walked in, and he went up on stage with Dave, surprised the audience. The whole place went crazy, and he just kept giving me props from the stage. He was like, "What about Mo? Wow!" And just like amazing.
Wow.
And then like a week later, we ended up having a phone call, just like a chicken. I wanted to talk to him, and he wanted to get to know me a little bit better. And we spoke on the phone for like an hour. By the way, really funny. I just got divorced. I'm sitting in a park in Houston, staying at a hotel.
So like season one?
Yeah, right before I started doing. Yeah, right before
so season one
one
is very official.
What?
Like you like season 1, like how you like broke up? Is that like official?
Yeah, that was real. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
it was like that season 1, season 2. Bro.
Okay,
I was acting.
Okay, okay.
But it was not before I started.
Continue.
Before I started filming the first season, I was just had gotten divorced, and I'm sitting in a park, and I'm on the phone. I'm looking around, see some homeless people walking around, and I'm basically seeing a reflection of myself on some level. But I'm on the phone with David Letterman, the person that I've like looked up to and admired for so long, wanted to be on his show, and we're having this like 1 hour conversation about life and how I got here, and it was just really, really beautiful.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Goddamn, make some noise for David Letterman.
David Letterman. He's big. Yeah. And he did while he was interviewing Dave. He didn't know me at the time. I was wearing a mask and all that shit. Didn't even know who I was. And he goes, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Houston." And he goes, "I'll be seeing you in Houston." That's what he said to me. "I'll be seeing you in Houston." And for some reason, it just felt like really. Like serious, like I think
Santa Claus.
I think I am gonna see you.
He's
in
gonna
Houston.
for real.
I just feel like I don't know.
Santa Claus was telling you, "I got that gift for you."
It was really
You
interesting.
know what I mean? Like, yeah, like that warm feel.
Yeah, it was like interesting.
All right, Nas or Jadakiss?
They both. I don't think.
Nas or Jadakiss? Huh.
You deferring to Simon? Look at
Yeah,
that. I got a hip hop phone call.
Yeah, is there a hook
Phone it in.
Let
Phone it
Syph
in.
pick that
Phone
one.
it in.
Syph should pick that one. He's
Nah, I'm not. I want it from my own Drink Champs episode. One
Okay,
day.
all right, yeah.
Inshallah.
Fair enough. Inshallah. I'm gonna say Nas.
Okay.
Both. Fucking
No.
both. I
You already
can't do it.
picked. You already picked.
All right, fine.
Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
Go ahead, you can do it, buddy. Def Jam comedy or In Living Color?
Those are two
Def Comedy
separate
Jam.
genres. It's not even
Yeah.
the same thing.
One is
bro.
sketch comedy and one is
sketch
stand-up.
comedy,
One is
which is
stand-up.
art.
But I'll take a shot for them getting it wrong.
Hey, relax,
both.
relax.
Both. There's both. Yeah,
right,
definitely both. They both like did something
going on here,
significant
bro?
in the culture. One was for sketch and
Yeah.
making one of the most diverse shows on television, and then you have What are you laughing at? You don't think it was diverse?
This is funny, you know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Fuck it, cut that out. Why are you laughing at me?
Good stuff. No, no good stuff. This is the previous stuff.
Okay, I don't believe it. I think he's capping right now. I think he's setting me up. Yeah, both.
This one is a little.
Shout out Stan Lathan.
It's a little
Def
weird.
Comedy
It's a
Jam.
little weird. But
Yeah.
Patricia O'Neal or Robin Harris?
I didn't know Patrice.
You didn't know. You didn't get.
I didn't know her. Unfortunately, I didn't know. I wish I did, but I'll pick Patrice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you know Robin?
No.
Oh.
I didn't get to meet Robin, but I met Patrice multiple times.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest people on earth at one point.
Patrice is like
Beast.
the top three.
Like, and he can freestyle. Like, he can walk in the room and take this piece. He can take Has red shirt.
Yeah.
He can take Rasta's dreads and Chip's glasses and just make a whole story out of that shit. Like, right then and there on the plate. He's ill. He was ill.
Patrice was there.
I started working
Patrice
out
was
before he
incredible.
passed away.
Started working out with him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I had
wow.
lost weight and he was on Angela Yee's show.
Yee's show, yeah.
And she has it all documented. And I worked and he was like, "Yo, man, you know, it looked like you working out." And I was like, "This is back then." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yo, mind if?" And we took each other's numbers and I started working out with him.
Patrice, can I say one thing about Patrice?
Yeah, please.
This is when I started doing comedy, and I watched all the greats kill all the time, or even specials or Def Comedy Jam, whatever. I went to go see Patrice live at a club, and he was kind of bombing, and also like he made a lot of women upset, and a lot of women were leaving.
Yeah.
But I loved it, and that's when I really learned
very
like,
offensive.
every show is its own thing, and if you don't like what I'm saying, you could leave.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm doing, and that was really one of the greatest moments for me for stand up. Though I was learning like, oh, you gotta be you. Like when you first start doing comedy, you kind of almost impersonate some of your favorites, and you try to be like, oh, I want to be energetic like this guy or thoughtful like this guy.
Right.
And everyone tells you one of the biggest pieces of advice is that you got to find your own voice.
Uh-huh.
You got to find your own voice, and it takes time to get that. And I said, oh, this is his voice.
Oh, Patrice.
And it showed me,
no.
you don't have to
He's
be like
very offensive.
Everyone, yeah, bro. And he would be like, you feel that? You see that? You see how them girls are sucking the fun out of the room? And I was like, oh my God. And they would get so upset, but I was like, he's right.
I went to a comedy show with him one time, and the dude said something, and and then he was with his girl, And then he looked at it and was like, I could tell you don't suck this nigga dick. And I said, I was like, yo,
God, bro.
I'm with Patrice. I'm offended. I'm actually, he gave me the ticket to go see him. I'm with him.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, Patrice, you going too far.
The way it was stand-up was described to me very early on by my mentor is like, you spend all these years on stage to eventually be yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you first start, you have this like wall in front of you. And every time you go up, that repetition is like chipping away at that wall.
Yeah.
And eventually there's no wall and you're just yourself.
Right.
And it takes a long time. And some of the times the things that you emulate from people you looked up to is just even subconscious, you know?
Yeah.
It's not even like a conscious thing. You're just doing it. Those are you've seen behind you do it at the highest level. Therefore it's in there, right? Even when I watch my special, I'll just be like, oh, that little tone sounds like Carla, or this is like so-and-so. This is very interesting, like little small thing, but it's all performative, right? It's all like understanding how you say a certain word. If you say it, and it's not like you think about it, you just do it, right?
Right.
You know, and there's some people that do think about it, that need to write it out, and every single word is what they hang on, and they depend on that. And I never came up like that. Everything I do is improvised. Everything I write is on stage, spontaneous, based off a particular thought, and you build it out from there. And how you deliver that story or those words, you just do them. You don't think about it.
It's real.
Yeah.
You got to find that comfort zone.
Ari Spears or Desi Banks?
Both.
Salud.
De pinga.
Which one you said? You just.
I don't. They're not the same thing.
not
So
the
how
same
you,
thing,
I don't know how you're comparing them.
Yeah, but we never know how anything is compared.
David Allen Greer or Tommy Davidson?
Oh, nah, that one is crazy.
Oh,
That was crazy.
that was definitely both too, bro.
I mean,
Tommy Davidson, like when I first started stand up and watching him in the clubs, he was like,
I heard Tommy
decimator.
Davidson was the illest person.
So
stand-up.
funny,
illest,
bro.
illest,
Yeah,
so
I heard
fucking
that.
funny.
So funny.
I just
The reason why I
opened
say-
up for Cat Williams and it
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Look, the reason why I say both because they're also different, you know.
Right.
Like Alan Greer is a very like stage guy, like came from the stage, like
Theater.
The way he did stand up, he's a theatrical guy. That's where he came from. Tommy's from the streets, bro.
Yeah.
He's like he brought that energy. He brought that like. Just like he was so fucking funny. He would shut it down all the time in Houston.
Yeah,
Like, whenever he was doing his thing, he would shut it down. And then see Alan Greer and how he's with his acting, his performance, his comedic timing, all that. He's extremely special. And he's just very different. So I can't pick
No problem.
one over the
Okay.
other.
No,
Delirious or raw? Comedian.
Oh, you're in the picker now, Mo Amer.
Bro, also Eddie Murphy was
Eddie
only
Murphy,
like
yeah, it's only two specials.
22, right? When he did
Yeah.
Raw, like
Yeah.
20 when he did Delirious.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna say
It's
both.
Eddie against Eddie.
Both, yeah, both.
I think
Enjoy.
Delirious was better.
Delirious.
Think so?
I think so. It was.
Which one? That's
I
the
just
one with the red
appreciate
outfit
all
or the
the
purple
red.
outfit?
Yeah,
That was
the
the
first one.
red
Okay, Delirious was incredible. Yeah.
That's how I claimed
I think
it.
it
Red
was
and
more
purple.
like it was rough around the edges. I think that's what made it better.
Yeah. Those comedy
But they were
movies.
both
that-
amazing.
Both
They were both
amazing,
amazing.
bro. I love both of them. I
Yeah.
can't.
Paul Wall or Mike Jones?
Both, baby. Jeez, I mean, Paul Wall's like my best friend. I love this guy's pieces. So
You don't got grill?
I'm gonna say both. Yeah, I do have a grill.
You got grill?
I do have
You got-
grills. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
you
gonna
got-
say both. Just I respect both. Who? I should have said that. I fucked up. Late.
Mike Jones. He still got the same number, I heard.
Call it up. Let's see.
No. Well, we want Mike
I
Jones
love
on a
Paul
show.
Wall. He was like, that guy is my brother, man. He always checks
a
up
good
on me.
dude.
Yeah,
I love
super
this
cool
guy,
dude.
bro. I grew up listening to him, and to know that he's my friend is like, and my brother. Like, I really appreciate him. He's been really, really a great friend, and that's why I
Already.
use Still Tipping in the series in the first season.
Black
They
people, we say, like, you know, when a person is down, like invited to the barbecue, I haven't known a time where Paul Wall was not invited to the barbecue. He's been at every
Always.
barbecue I've ever been to.
Please.
He's been the one, and he's bringing potato salad too.
Yeah,
and it's legit. It's legit. No grapes in there.
And if this is what makes like a really like a great human is that when they're not there, they're missed. You know, you're like, it's one thing to always be at the barbecue. When he's not there, it's like, man, where is he at?
Yeah, that's right.
This shit. This is fun, but you know, I love y'all, but he's like, he brings that little energy, and
I
that's
seen him ice out a
that's the
fish the
kind
other
of guy.
day.
What?
Ice out a fish?
Yeah, he ordered a fish. It came out
Came
with
out
the
with the
teeth.
grill?
He put the teeth on the grill. I was like,
You don't believe that? She's just talking shit. That's not true.
no. It was on
He
Instagram.
made
I don't
grills
know.
for a fish.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was his actual grill. He took it off. He put it on, but he posted on Instagram.
Fish had the grill.
Yeah, the fish had a grill that he was about to eat.
Clearly, if I see, I don't know what kind of
That's
fish are
some
you
rich
talking
shit, man.
about.
Let's make some noise for Paul, man. That was some rich shit.
Yeah, he gave me my first
I gave you
grill.
a like immediately.
Yeah.
Like. And the fire emoji. Okay. John Candy or Sam
Kinison.
Fuck.
Again, two different ways. What are you guys doing? Who makes this list?
I told you, cocaine.
Flaco y Flaco.
Yeah, they just
One's an actor, one's a stand-up comedian.
Two fat white comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them both for many reasons, but I'm going to pick John Candy. I'm going to say John Candy. John Candy. John
Candy got too many.
Too many. I just love his subtlety. I studied his acting actually before I did my show. He's like a big influence on me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robin-
Uncle Buck, bro.
Uncle Buck. Yeah.
Uncle Buck.
I had a whole drunk uncle. I had a whole mixtape that I dedicated to Uncle Buck.
Bro, how he like shifts gears from being funny to dramatic.
Oh yeah.
And sweet.
yeah.
And, like, it's
And
dope.
Trains, Planes, and
Broke my
Automobiles.
heart in Planes, Trains,
The
and
saddest scene in a comedy
Yeah.
movie ever.
Yeah, broke my heart.
Nah, but
in
dope
Planes,
ass
Automobiles,
movie.
Yeah.
Robin Williams or George Carlin?
Dang, bro.
Can you call me next time for this?
Yeah,
list?
please.
Rest in peace to both.
That's Paul Wall grill with the fish.
That's
All right,
funny. That's funny.
all right. You know, I'm not
Those are
making
his
shit
grills.
up.
Yeah, this is so different, man. Again, like this is a really impossible. So you said Robin Williams and
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Now,
George
Robin
Carlin
Williams
is
did Miss
literally-
Doubtfire.
Robin
He
did
did.
a lot.
Look. Robin Williams is an improviser. I'm gonna stop smoking this blunt.
No, you
Please
guys.
keep on.
Improvisational genius.
Yes.
Morgan
Robin
Mindy was
Williams
off the chain
is
as
an
a singer.
improvise. I can't even say it anymore, bro.
Don't worry
What kind
about
of weed are you smoking
Don't
here?
worry, it's good.
Yeah, he improvises like no one I've ever seen. Like Robin Williams. Yeah, he's unbelievable. And George Carlin is probably
Legend.
one of the most sophisticated writers and definitely in my top 5 of all time stand-up comedians. So yeah, I love the fact that Carlin could be like goofy, the shit that people shit on. Like you don't even know like how goofy and outrageous he was in his material very early on. And he kept that weirdness, that quirkiness, that fun, silly little kid energy all the way up into the 70s.
Just the subject matter would
Nah,
get
but
more
he-
serious.
just
but it
more-
was
he was-
still.
And he was
By the way,
pretty technical too.
Yeah.
By the way, Modern Man.
Yeah.
Modern Man, that clip, you seen that clip, the George Carlin clip? Probably one of the greatest bits ever written. It's unbelievable.
Well, they
Talk
said-
about something that's
Nah,
seeing.
George Carlin was off the chain.
They
Yeah.
said George Carlin filmed a HBO special and got in the limo and started writing the next one.
I believe it.
Like in the car. Like, okay, I gotta.
yeah, he's that brain, bro. He's that kind of brain. He just
George Carlin.
Yeah.
George Carlin.
And Robin Williams was a genius too, man.
He's genius too. He had a different reputation in stand-up, though. You know, like he would take what you didn't
That's
do.
what I
this
know.
and that.
I
That's the
heard
reputation he had.
that.
So in stand-up is very different. Like when you talk about actors, just improvise. Oh my god, I can't fucking tell.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You gotta take the grill out.
Yeah, you got to take the grill out. You know, as far as someone who's spontaneous and able to take a particular subject matter and just run with it
Beat
like
it,
that,
yeah, beat it
he
to
beat
death.
it to death, bro.
Yeah.
So he's the best king of that. Like, so it's really, really, it's very different people. But I'm gonna say both because I love them both.
we taking a
very
shot?
much. Yeah.
You drink already?
Yeah, did you?
I thought we drank 3 times.
All right, cool. I don't mind.
Titus the Taylor told 10 tall tales was the tiny the titmouse. I feel like I need to do a vocal exercise to get my shit back.
Jay-Z or Big Daddy Kane? You can call your hip hop friend.
Yeah, can I call this aside? Who you pick? Please just pick one for me. Pick that one for me. There you go. Since y'all are best friends.
Pass it to you.
Don't fuck it up. Son.
I mean,
Remember what we said before? Who would say who? But then maybe
You don't
probably
have,
not.
you don't have,
Probably
it's,
not.
it's your criteria. It's your criteria.
you can't.
I get mad at you no matter what.
Not even about getting mad. It's just like, you know, if you start breaking it down, there is no Jay-Z without Big Daddy Kane. There's I put this recently on Instagram. There's not a lot of people without Big Daddy Kane, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But Jay-Z just took it to a whole nother level. If I had to pick, damn, they're both my friends now.
Yep.
Hove is the top. I always say Hove, so I'd pick.
There you go.
Yeah,
He picks.
I would have picked Jay-Z as well.
But
I would have made easy. I
I
should
like
have just
this
said
game.
Hove. I would pick Jay-Z 100%.
well, because he married a
I
Houston
just
girl.
love. Yes, exactly.
I heard you say that Beyonce is God, and if you don't say she's God, you go to
I would
hell.
never. I'd never say that. Astaghfirullah. For all my Muslims out there watching, just want to let you know I had nothing to do with this. And I'm going to help him once the cameras go off. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to have
what
a
did you
discussion
say?
with him
No.
about God and the existence of God. And how your incomprehension of God is your comprehension of God. Don't think that this, what's happening here at the table, that I am ever so absent of where I come from and my roots and where I am. I'm very well grounded. The entire time we've been talking, I've been praying in turn for God's forgiveness and to make sure to absolve me for anything like this. Because I...
God damn it, my bad.
What are you doing here? I mean,
What did you say about Beyonce? You said that if
I
anybody...
didn't say anything about Beyonce, other than the fact that she comes from Houston. She
I
went to
got
like
this.
A-Leaf for a day, and everybody's like, she's from A-Leaf, but she's actually from Third Ward, and everybody's fighting she's from both. Okay, she's from both areas, and we both celebrate Beyonce. Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I never said those words.
So you said something as like, if you don't...
Wait, say it.
I don't know.
Say it.
I forget what it is, but I heard it with your words. It was you.
Your words.
My words,
You
Beyonce.
said something like it was on a radio station. I was listening to all your interviews,
Oh, maybe it was on Fallon?
and you
I think it was on
he
Fallon.
was like, yo, if you're from Houston, you have to like.
No, I never said that.
Okay,
I never said
something.
that. No, I don't believe
You know
this.
what you said about Beyonce?
I said, yeah, obviously she's like the queen. Is Beyonce? No.
Queen, okay. What's
I'm gonna,
Queen,
you
yeah.
know I'm gonna fact check
Queen
this.
of music. Please fact
I'm gonna
the shit
send
out of
this
it.
to you.
Because I've never said that Beyonce
Fact the shit out
is
of
that word. For sure, I would
Not
never say
God,
that.
not God.
Yeah, God.
No, not God. Not God. Not God.
You do not attach God with anything.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, thank you. And I got these candles in front of me, bro. I'm good. This is gonna be over.
What, you about to be Catholic?
Don't worry, it's us.
Okay, that's good. So you're depicting yourself as a spiritual creature. I don't understand what's
No,
happening.
that's fans send that to us. We don't.
Oh, that's nice. Can I get these made for myself?
Yeah. Look, we'll have you here in the middle of us right next time.
Only your Mexican friends are
Oh my
fuck with that.
God.
I don't think.
What happened?
Cat Williams or Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. I just think that, I mean, I love Cat Williams too, but I think I'm gonna go with Jamie Foxx. Influenced me a lot when I was a kid, like just watching him on television, his abilities, bro. From being a singer to crossing over from a stand-up to sketch to acting to Ray. What the fuck?
Ray was
He
up
did
there.
Ray.
Yeah, I believe he
I've
was Ray.
seen. I
thought he was
believed
Ray,
100% he was Ray.
yeah,
I think he thought he was Ray.
Yeah,
I think Ray thought he was Ray.
Ray
He
thought
was
it was
blind.
Ray.
He was blind. Yeah.
It was really, really just a masterclass. I've never seen anything like it. I've probably watched that movie at least a dozen times. At least.
But we
he's
can't front
a-
on Cat Williams neither.
Yeah, no.
Like the other day, let me tell you how influential Cat Williams was. The other day, I walked in bike lane, and everyone is very mean in the bike lane. I don't know if you know about that. They're like, get out the bike lane. You don't belong in the bike lane. So I got in the bike lane, and this guy comes, and he circles around me. And I go, you know what, sir, I'm sorry. And he goes, don't be sorry. And then in my mind, you know what I said? Y'all know what I said? Look at it. Y'all remember, because this is how powerful Cat Williams is. So he said, don't be sorry. I said, I'm gonna be careful. Remember how Cat Williams said, don't be sorry, ho. Be careful. And that's how powerful it was. Like the dude said, don't be sorry. And I just automatically throw the pack. Oh,
I want to keep going on that because Cat, phenomenal. Little S.A. Walk is hilarious. Like he's just fucking classics, right? And just hanging out with him. Like I remember it was like the moment he and Dave like met up for the first time in a while, I think, at the store.
Because they had beef for a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was no beef. Anyway, yeah, it was no beef, but it was beef, but it was no beef. That was the funny part of the story. Anyway, we all went out that night to a diner, and bro, Cat was so generous. He was like serving people, taking care of everybody, tipping out like crazy. He's always been very nice. Every time I've seen him, out. Like that's what he's like. He treated me to golf in Houston. Like he came through. We played golf before I filmed season 1. I like snuck out, went hung out with him.
Okay, so here's a weird
Yeah,
question.
just real nice dude, bro. But
So here's the real question. I'm
Yeah.
changing it up. Mm-hmm. Cat Williams or Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle.
Always Dave.
Take a shot for that?
Yeah, take a shot. Yeah, you can take a shot. Yeah,
I mean, he
Dave
picked.
Chappelle.
We're taking a shot for
Yeah.
What the fuck is that extra shot for?
Yeah, just take it.
He's
Yeah,
trying to
why
take
not?
a shot,
He just
yeah.
wants to take a shot. Let him live, bro.
Go ahead, you too,
Let him
brother.
live. No, I'm all right. Little
Cat
H-
Williams is a great actor too. That people don't
Cat
give him
Williams
credit
is
for.
a-
Yeah, Will is a great actor.
In Atlanta,
Yeah,
the episode of Atlanta. He's
He
incredible.
won an Emmy for that.
Yeah, he did.
We did, yeah. He won an Emmy for that, and we were out that night. Dave did a pop up, and he came through. It was like the most.
He won an
unbelievable
Emmy
night.
for that role in Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure that's what he got an Emmy
shit.
for.
Yeah,
But I think
fact check
widely
that,
it's not
please.
known how great. Like I don't think people are giving him enough.
I know he don't get the credit for it. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I really think that. Yeah, he's incredible, bro. There's no doubt. They're both very different. Again, it's just I grew up on Jamie Foxx. It's a little different.
I'm going to take this very personal.
Yeah. Okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Whoa, Pure Brutality today?
Yeah.
See what happens, bro? He's legal,
Nah.
man. I can't.
Yeah,
I already know what you're gonna say.
That's a pause.
Or Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's a pause, bro.
Or Seinfeld.
it's not gonna.
Curb Your Enthusiasm or Seinfeld?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's not,
It's,
no question.
it's-
It's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What you like?
no, I like. Well, first of all, in his world, Seinfeld there's some foul shit going on. But,
Why, 'cause there's no black people in Seinfeld?
no. And
That's in my world, too.
in the Palestinian world.
Oh, what? They ain't fucking Palestinians in Seinfeld?
No, there was just like, you know.
You gotta put me on. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm naive.
It genuinely has nothing to do with whatever Seinfeld has said. Like him saying, you know, somebody
It's not the soup, dude. Is it?
catching him off guard. No.
No, he's not in Seinfeld. It's
See,
recently.
you're
it's
just
recent.
confusing the whole
Nazi?
situation.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
first of all, you started shit when there's no
It's
there's shit,
drunk
but there's
people.
no
They
shit. Yeah,
confuse
yeah.
everything.
Hey.
We're right here.
Objectively, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think it's the one. I like the fact that it's edgier. It's it's more real and unfiltered. Like you
Yeah.
can say whatever you want, and it is a lot of it is improvised, and you can just see.
Curb.
Yeah, Curb. That's Not
Yeah,
to say
Curb.
like whatever I feel about Seinfeld doesn't fucking matter. It's still objectively as a show, the structure, the characters. I mean, it's all about like Kramer, George, and Elaine, and those are like really.
Yeah, I can count the amount of black people that was there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they had
Yeah,
somebody,
so
I don't know
Abu
where.
was That's why JB Smooth.
Abu, remember Abu? He had the.
Yeah, it's very racist. All of it's kind of racist.
Abu, he had the Pakistan.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
definitely Curb. I'm a Curb guy for sure. I'm a
Okay,
Curb guy.
so where are you going with it?
First, I love Seinfeld, the show. I remember I saw the first episode air live on TV because I saw him on Johnny Carson, and I went to watch the show. And my mom walked in, she's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, "Seinfeld in the
Seinfeld.
the '80s." But I like Curb better, and the reason why is because the way Curb works is there's no script. There's no script for Curb Your
There
Enthusiasm.
was no script for
They have a
Seinfeld.
script.
Yeah, there was.
No, yeah.
100%.
That's what.
No,
I thought it was
That's
both
what his claim to fame is.
No.
He wrote it.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yes, but I
No,
thought
there's 100%
Seinfeld was not improvised. It's very,
I
very
thought it had
strict. It's
basic
network
lines and then
television.
No, that's
He wrote
Curb.
that. He wrote that.
Yeah,
No, that's Curb. Curb has
A lot of people
an
wrote on the
outline.
show, but surely like the mind, you could tell like once you watch Curb, you like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
it makes
Damn near
sense.
a reality show.
Exactly.
Yeah, Curb is.
So well, it
really
started.
fun.
If you watch the first episode was the trailer, which wound up being a pilot. Like he didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Like it was real. HBO execs, they had to switch them to actors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he's pissing the real HBO execs off.
Yeah.
He's like, you got 300 million. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
About doing this reality show.
Take your 400 million.
Yeah.
and
Remember,
and
that's
the
what he said. The first episode, yeah. No. That's the. All right,
Yeah,
the first
that's
episode
later,
is when
yeah.
he met that guy.
Yeah, the first
that's the fifth
episode
episode when he went to they went to the delivery store and they got the orders mixed up.
yeah.
Oh, don't play with me. Listen, I'm a Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm guy.
he's about that life.
Curb is-
don't play with me.
I'm not gonna lie, I started
the way
thinking about
it's
other shit.
so good.
My bad.
No, you good.
My
You
bad.
good. I was like, we getting this very detailed, specific
Yeah.
episode.
I love comedy.
Remember time? No,
I love comedy.
Oh, what about you throw me under the bus?
Yeah, no, but because what you have been able to do, but let's just finish this, and then me get back to that. Let's go to the
last one.
Oh, last one.
Last one.
This is my favorite. I'm not going to lead the witness. Loyalty or respect?
You gotta have both.
Ooh,
They can't. They gotta coexist together.
take-
Like,
Finally.
I'm taking a drink.
This is the time we're supposed to say both.
Yeah, you
Finally.
have to say
Stop.
both. Yeah, you have to say both. You have to say both. You can't have one without the other.
I believe
You
you.
can't be loyal to somebody without respecting him.
Right. I believe that.
Yeah. No,
believe that.
yeah.
This was full.
Loyal to the
Wow.
detriment.
Yeah, it was, but
You guys are like Watch Brothers. I just noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Same
Yeah,
line.
they text each other and tell them put the watch on
As soon as I walked in, he said, "Oh, you
and a
got
black
that?"
t-shirt.
Yeah.
What he said? What
It's
he called it?
popping.
That's the Oyster P.
Yeah.
It's very dope watch right there. Very dope watch.
Man, the OP is great. The green dial.
So let's
is
get into
impressive.
watches you have on right now.
It's the Sea Dweller. It's the 50-year
It's a
anniversary.
Steve Dweller, but that's not an Oyster Flex band, is it?
No, I did have the Oyster Flex band, but I just took it off because it's my daily watch.
Okay.
So this is the one I always wear. Like I just don't really
You
wear
said
the other
Steve
watches.
Dweller, not
Yes.
not Submariner.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that when I put a different band on it because I was just beating the other one to hell. So I just have it. It's the 50-year anniversary. It's the one with the red writing on it in the middle. It's nice. It's nice.
Steve Dweller, yes, it's bigger than a Submariner.
It has the valve on the side for diving, which I'll never do ever. Exactly.
Get deep.
I think it's like 10,000. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is this a Rolex band or is this
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, beautiful watch,
Don't
man.
judge
Wear it
me
in
on
good health. Wear it in good health.
No, I love it. It's because I was beating the other one to hell. So I really don't wear the watches.
Really?
I like to just, and I got into like old
Vintage?
Yeah, vintage.
Oh, we
watches.
just did an episode about
With the
vintage.
dials, yeah. Did you?
Yeah, we got the Adam Menta and my boy Lex Barrow. They both vintage guys. They vintage car guys as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not going that far.
I don't really go that far either. It's mostly like related to Arab world is what I'm into currently with the crests of whichever country that you can get it from. So the king would have we would commission them from Rolex to make watches, and he would give them to his officers or whoever. Right. And I'm really into that lately.
You know what my holy grail watch is? I don't know if you know. I think I did tell you.
Rainbow?
In Orlando.
I don't know which one.
I got the rainbow.
You already got the rainbow?
Yeah, I got the rainbow from Patek.
Oh, Patek. I was thinking about the Rolex rainbow.
Oh, no. Patek is a little bit, it's a big homie. So
yeah, okay.
I'd rather get the big homie. My bad. Did I go too far?
I mean, I just want a phone call. Can I get one of them?
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
My holy grail is the UAE.
Okay.
UAE, AP, Oyster Perpetual calendar is turquoise face. It's not Tiffany, but it's only made 75 for UAE members. And my thing is, I keep asking watch collectors, is this worth it for me? Because I know it's 440,000. It's
Holy shit.
But is it worth it for me? Because is it just me that I love it, and I may maybe never be able to flip this just in case anything happens, or am I bugging? Like I should have took this off the market because it's only 75, and now
Somebody
it's
offered you one. You said
no. I've never been offered one.
Okay,
but now it's one that landed in the U.S. from the these watch chats that be happening. Like I got all these watches.
I just realized I am nowhere near on your level. I just realized that why I collect them and why I like them, you're in a different league.
Oh, no,
you're in the fucking NBA. He's won multiple championships. And I'm over here in double A, triple A. I was like, oh my God, this guy's on chat groups watching, stalking watches. It's a whole next level of
and one just arrived in the U.S. And so many of my chat people, they know that I want this. So they starting off like, yo, I'll take the FP Jean off of you. And I'm like,
He's speaking in code, watch code now.
I don't understand.
Off of you.
Yeah.
I don't speak the language.
Yo, you hear me? I'm going to take that FP. That's what I'm going to do.
My guy, bing bong. I don't get it.
He's speaking Japanese to me at this point. I don't know what's happening.
My bad.
I'm not saying. I'm impressed. I'm wildly impressed.
Nah, he's definitely into it.
Yeah. This is
So
next
you said
level.
second season made you emotionally stressful.
Yeah, it was emotionally stressful. Yeah.
How is that so? Because me, as an outsider looking in, as an insider looking out, season one looked successful. Season one seemed successful.
It was successful.
Successful. So how does that make you go into a stressful state going into season two?
I mean, I don't know if you've looked at the news lately, but it's been, you know, the utter decimation that's happening in Gaza while being, you know, a Palestinian-created television show with a Palestinian lead and Palestinian family within the show. It's a lot to carry. There's a tremendous amount of weight to carry. It's like, what do you talk about? What do you not talk about? And how do you not talk about? How do you have to? Like, yeah. So there was like decisions that I made throughout the writing of the show, specifically for season 2, that where I felt were like best to tell the story. My dedication was to the family. My dedication was to being authentic and grounded. Like, do you talk? Okay, I got to start over. This is a lot to like cover.
Oh man!
But for you saying, so after the writing strike, we went back in the room October 1st. October 7th happens, and of course, you know, the whole world is up in arms.
It's after COVID or prior to COVID?
No, he's saying before October 7th in Israel, what happened?
Okay, I'm bugging. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So October 7th happens, and then like I'm writing a show about a Palestinian family, and you know, everyone wants you to talk about the events, not talk about the events. You should or shouldn't. So I had to really think about it, and so I did attempt to do so. Like to write a world post October 7th, but that was a very like really unwise route, because by the time you film the show and put out the show, a whole entire year plus has passed. So you could be dating yourself. And then second of all is like, if you do talk about that particular event, the whole show becomes about that event. And then if you do, you know, go into it and talk about October 7th, then you don't have any context of what was life like pre-October 7th for a Palestinian. Right. You know, so I just kept my focus on what I know and what have I experienced firsthand, and that was going to drive the ship, was my own real life experience, and that's what's going to inform it. Not only mine, but my mother's, my father's, my aunts, my uncles, the community around that, of course, my brother. So it just carried so much weight. And even before that happened, I lost my aunt, I lost my uncle, I lost my brother.
Not to the wars.
Yeah, I lost my brother right before the first season came out. And then before October 7th happened, I lost an aunt and an uncle. It was like a mom and another father to me. So it was just a tremendous amount of stress to carry. Not really stress, I would say grief. It wasn't really like the stress part, it was the grief. Managing the grief that's happening inside while feeling a deep love for my people and humans as a whole, and connecting us and trying to bring something together and making something that's so emotionally real and grounded that it resonates. And I feel like I did that. I feel like I accomplished a big purpose in my life for season 2, especially with that last episode. And I was just even very mindful. You talk about like hidden gems within the show. I think some of those things like flew over people's heads. Like there was a dream sequence that happens in episode 8 where there's peace throughout the land, coming from my own dreams that come from on the plane heading to Tel Aviv. And at some point you see the melting of
Tel Aviv,
guns.
that's Israel, right?
Yeah. You see the melting of the guns in this, you see the whole process, and I turn into Bob Ross. Like it's like this really abstract dream that I'm having. And then Bob Ross says, isn't it fantastic? It's amazing what you could do when you change your mind. You can create all kinds of happy thoughts. Yeah, that's nice. No more guns, no more wars. Isn't that fantastic? Like, but I'm talking to people. I'm through Bob Ross. It's the mechanism to say like, hey, it's amazing what you can do when you change your mind. You know, like you can create a happy place. And there's all these like little things that I did throughout the season that were meaningful, and every second was accounted for. Genuinely, every second was accounted for.
Is there anything you did after the season to be able to try to address those things you might have wanted to address?
Yeah, so that's a special. So Wild World comes out October 28th. I think when this episode comes out, it's already be out.
Right.
But that was the idea, is that in the special, it's meant to address those things, not only what I felt personally, but also the things that are happening around me. So it's not just like as a comedian, yes, you talk about the things you think, but also think about, but also you're a student and you're watching everyone around you and you're just taking notes.
Right.
And you're seeing what people are talking about. And once you mention those things on stage, on a public platform like that, through that art form, you say the things that everybody thinks about but never says out loud. And that's what creates the vibe in the set, you know? So, yeah, but I did that. I feel like I did that with Wild World completely. And I lost my sister a month before I even filmed that. And I was so stressed out. And I was obsessed with this concept of time, taking us back to the watches and how they work, but also as fundamentally time is undefeated. Time is fleeting. Time flies. You can never go back in time. And I just think about my sister, the loved ones, us as human interactions, like how we are with one another and how I could bring that together. And that's why I wrote that bit about time literally the day before I started filming the special. And it was like 4 pages, and it'd be like 4 pages, and I cut it down as much as I could. But and I memorized it the day I'm shooting. Literally the day I'm shooting, I'm in the green room. I tell my managers, like, yo, Mustafa, like, don't let anybody, like, I'm just gonna be sitting here just memorizing what I wrote. And also you got to capture the emotionality of it and be real, direct, anything out of order. It's like, it's a big wordplay, you know, associated with it as well. And so I memorized it. I had a teleprompter. I told them to turn off the fucking teleprompter. I've never used the teleprompter for stand-up. It should be natural. So I turned that thing off and I just like said, fuck it. And I got it. I ended up getting it. I was very, very, I couldn't believe I did it, actually. I couldn't believe I wrote a whole bit the day before and I ended up
and
in
memorized
special.
it
And it's the closer.
It, yeah.
And it's the closer.
Oh.
It's the entire closer. Yeah. I can't wait for you. I just want you to see that bit on time. Was that a good recap?
No, that was fire.
My mind was skipping around like crazy.
And it was 2 things.
But once you see the time bit, you got to see the time. I'm really, really,
and that's the closer, right? The time
that's the
bit,
closer,
right?
yeah.
But it was 2 things.
It's like a dedication to my
One, we're on our way here.
Mm-hmm.
We're listening to all your interviews. And one of the interviews, you just said, man, I'm going to fuck this guy up when I see him.
What?
You think I'll do my research and I'm going to send you everything.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
And today, you get the privilege of watching 2 seconds.
You watched a minute and 10 seconds.
It was the Netflix part?
Yeah,
counts?
I
thought as soon as they see you, it counts.
No, it's okay. It's not close. Don't worry about it.
And this puts me in a weird position because
Why do you say that?
one,
Doesn't put Syph in a weird position?
no, I'm gonna tell you why it puts me in a weird position.
Weird position.
I'm gonna tell you why it puts me in a weird position. Prior to this, a long time ago, I don't know when, but I have a friend of mine. His name is called Arab Ken.
Arab what?
Arab Ken.
Arab King?
Ken, yeah.
Okay.
If you know him, you know him. But he has a bunch of us all on a group chat. And I don't want to name these people.
Yeah,
but
please don't.
When I tell you, and I guess this is when the war started to break out. He was like, I want all of y'all to kind of like say free Palestine, right?
Is the person I'm referencing also that you're referring to
No,
in this
he
group
was
chat?
not on that group chat.
Okay.
No, he was not. Not that I know of. Maybe I didn't have his number at the time. So you know how you know only the numbers that you have saved.
The names are only attached to the numbers you have on your
right?
phone.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't understand that, and I had kind of like got out of my own controversy, so I didn't really understand what was going on. But I realized, how serious Arab Ken was. And I believe that was the last group chat that all of us ever had together.
Oh, wow. It decimated the entire group chat.
Was he kind of like took a stand? And that's my man. Like, I love him. Like,
The stand was that all y'all better say free Palestine or...
he was...
Basically,
I think he was an alternative, but he was like, I need y'all help, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us,
y'all
that's like you
pressing?
saying, that's like you being from the Bronx. And a person describing to you beef in Brooklyn. It's just like,
No, it's not
even
the
though it's
same
fucking 12 minutes away, it's a totally different
it's
perspective. So let me finish the point I'm trying to make.
That's a horrible analogy, but okay. I have to say it out loud, bro.
No. And you're correct. I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm trying to say, I'm breaking it down in a simplistic way.
Yeah.
It's like when you're dealing with industry people, like we're involved and attached to so many different things, and we like it was like post it now, and most people were just like they just didn't know what to do. Fast forward. We keep hearing the same thing, I jog every morning. I see missing people posters posted on the wall. It's crazy to me. I don't know what's going on.
You skipped a lot though, but go ahead.
Yeah. No, so what I'm saying is,
I can just definitely tell you it's very important to be very, very specific in these moments. You know?
Yes.
So things can be taken out of context.
There's a lot of history too.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
beyond the October 7th, there's more.
So
there's a lot of history in general.
So one of the famous things is, we get to see, we get to go on social media, and a lot of people critique a person that I'm pretty much cool with, pretty much call my family, pretty much call my friend, Khaled. Now, something that's very real, the special starts out with, what God?
Say it. Don't be scared.
My bad.
You just repeating a joke?
But that's what you said, right?
Well, first of all, go ahead.
And then, off top for me, you walk in and you say, you look at Boris and you say, Boris looks like me to a little bit. And Boris says, man, you look like me to a little bit, right? But then me, I kind of think you and Khaled.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's the same group.
Yeah, exactly.
So now
it's
I'm
like a
going to be
running
quiet.
joke in my life. Yeah.
I would like to be quiet, and I would like you to explain. Yeah.
So you skipped over a lot, first of all.
Okay, yeah.
So it's very, very important.
Yes.
Fill in the blanks, please.
These are like the normal, as Palestinians, the things we experience happening around us. Oh, it's been happening a long time. There's a lot of history there. They've been fighting for thousands of years. Oh my God. Like this shit.
All right.
Which is like fucking nausea. All right. It's nobody's fault directly.
Right.
It's just like what the regularly scheduled program is the same words over and over again. So that's what gets captured in the culture.
Right.
What happened after October 7th is just like this big veil has been lifted to show that to a mass level, because it's happening for a long time. The occupation itself, what Palestinians endure, the fact that there's an apartheid wall, every single respected institution on earth that makes these judgments are saying this is an apartheid. Palestinians can't walk on the street, go in there. Gaza's been getting bombed for like 19 years before this October 7th attack happened. And yes, it's a horrible thing. Yes, all of that is obviously, it's like a normal human reaction to say that is a terrible thing. That doesn't erase as well the 75 plus years of, unfair treatment of Palestinians, apartheid, being occupied under, not even able to live your life, all that. So that's been happening, right? So it all comes out to the surface October 7th, and I'm using, clearly, like, it's very, very important to note this, and I don't want this to be cut out. Like, this requires, like, a really, in-depth conversation outside of alcohol, respectively.
Absolutely.
To have it and to make sure we're clear so we're not fucking up, because it's very, very important, and be like mindful of the whole situation, but also the Palestinians and the history, and being precise is important. So just speaking on the culture of what's happened since October 7th is that, hey, why aren't you speaking out? Why are you afraid to speak out? You should say something. That's its own thing. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that. Being who I am was a lot of pressure that happened with that. I feel like people were very impulsive sometimes and very angry, and understandably so, in how they're posting and going about it. It's also important to be mindful, and it's really important, really difficult to be patient, even for a week or two, just to see how things unfold so you can truly articulate yourself, because there is a responsibility with how you post and what you put out into the world that could be interpreted a certain way, looked at a certain way. But when it's a complete decimation of a civilian population, when the entire area is gone, when I always knew I was gonna make it, but I never thought I was gonna be under these circumstances where Cypher seen this. I'm holding, a meeting with kids that are just like lost limbs, but still cheerful coming from Gaza. I'm holding a little kid that's 3 years old, missing his leg. You could tell like the way he's turned. And I was like, he lost his mother as well. There's people who've told me they've lost over 200 relatives. I met with someone the next day that I was like, what's wrong with him? I asked the question. I saw him like had a real, like this gaze in his eye, like he's lost, right? And he's just like, oh, he just lost 37 family members yesterday in one night. And he's like, God, will, just still keeping his faith in you, man. Now, that being said, all these things are happening that I did a very, very quick summation of that. Please forgive me if I missed something. And I know I missed a lot, but just to capture just how fucked up this thing is happening. And you have the most famous figure in the world that happens to be Palestinian, which is DJ Khaled, and everyone just sees he's completely silent. And not only on top of that, the people are starved, don't have food, don't have access to things, and he's showing how much food he has, how much it's not even like, okay, you're not gonna say anything, well, don't fucking be so grotesque with this, because this is so insensitive. Everybody looks up, a lot of Palestinian kids look up to you. How would you do this? Now, if your people are being decimated down the street, wouldn't you say something? Wouldn't you acknowledge that existence?
Can I be devil's advocate for
There's no devil's advocate.
But what if he's not a politician? Like,
I don't want to be a fucking politician either. I don't want to be that. You're a human being. I don't want to be a fucking gross. I'm not a politician. He should not be a politician. Who the fuck says anything about politics? It's a simple thing, but like, this is horrific. I am so torn up about this happening. It's like he's doing the polar opposite. Something. You have to say something. And how you say it and when you say it is everything, So it's just like what he could have gained as a real human, right now I see as a caricature. Like George Lopez saying, oh, Rafa Bo's a fucking, this guy's a young Mexican-American stand-up comedian that's like, doing his thing. You should show love to him. You should know who he is. You should acknowledge him, look at, like, at least know who they are. You don't have to be like best friends with them, but that's how you lift each other up. And for you not to acknowledge that whole thing and then to go about yourself in that way makes it look really bad. Now, that being said, what me opening the show with fuck DJ Khaled is not intended to be like, for real, fuck you. Right. It's how the people feel. Right. There's a reason why literally all over the planet, when I do that opening line, people are just like, because that's how they actually feel. Right. They're like,
because most of the people, they know your struggle, like when they coming to see you.
You're a Palestinian, bro. Your family comes from there. You do that. It's just like, it's shocking. It's like beyond shocking. So people, it's unforgivable now. That's how they feel. And I'm just, as a commentator on the culture, you say what everybody's thinking about. And that's what that is also too. And Saif, you introduced me to 2018. The guy is completely not there, Like as far as conversation, no, I don't even know I don't know who's the real Cal. Like I don't know, does he really walk around like that? I don't know enough.
But are you supposed to connect with him just because you're Palestinian? Because like I'm just be honest with you, I remember my wife is here, but she stepped outside. But I remember my wife used to introduce me to like her girlfriends, the boyfriends, like to try to hang out with them. It's like he smokes weed. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
It's way deeper. It's way deeper.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's like saying a black guy, like just because he's black, I'm not sure if I'm on.
Yeah, but you have the black man nod though, right?
I got that nod.
You got the black. You see a black man.
I got that.
You
nod.
walk into a club.
So you saying you didn't see the Palestinian?
Bro, when you see another area, you're like ahlan wa sahlan, habib albi, ala habibi, kif halak? Some kind of acknowledgement, bro. It's fucking dope what you're doing. Like in that world, in this world, I just wanted to just be like, yo, I'm proud of you. That's fucking dope. What have you accomplished in this world, this genre? Like people look up to you. Right. And the fact that you don't even acknowledge that is crazy. By your math, so to speak, is that the top African American stand-up comedian can't be friends with the best hip hop artists, and they overlap. They're both in the entertainment industry. How would you not know each other? Kanye, Dave Chappelle, where Dave wearing the bear, all that shit. Like
his life
that's
is dope.
That's a
But
family.
Kanye said his life is dope.
Like,
Watch Dave
dope
Chappelle shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a community that you build that you can build off that. But the fact that you don't even acknowledge that is very, very hurtful.
So
Not saying that he has a responsibility. Fuck all that
but
shit. Like he has to live his life. He has to make a living. He has to actually do all those things. Joe, this is very important too.
Let's put yourself in his position, right?
Yeah.
He is in his position.
Okay, let's actually put it in his position. Why do you think he's not speaking out? Why?
I don't know. He can only say that. I don't know why he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone that's on the streets is like, oh, he's worried about his money. That's what the word is between fans. Like I asked them, I don't assume what somebody else is going through. And if he is going through, and like so, also at the end of the special, I opened the door. I'm not like saying fuck you for real. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's probably what I feel like happened when you read is me riffing on stage, trying to find the joke before I even
the early version
of that, and I'm just working it out. I told you. No, I'm saying
working out the joke.
I'm saying that I'm working out the joke what it is, because what I was noticing is that there's a lot of things going on, and that's why it's such a part of the special. It's my own firsthand experience. It's what the people are saying, what people feel, how they feel, not just Arabs.
Right.
I'm telling you, like. In Ireland, in Dublin, it was like 100% white people, bro. Everybody. When I said that, they understand it right away. I'm talking about everyone that understands what's going on knows that they don't like him for they can't believe it, and they find it really over the top without even like mentioning. I understand what he's doing. He'll communicate in different ways. Like love is the only way. I know he's trying to tell people like love is the only way, is how we can persevere, but. Love is not just enough to solve everything. It's just not.
This is me as an outsider who was very close to Khaled, and now I'm close to Mo, and I feel caught in a bad position. You're
trying to be Switzerland, but you're not.
I'm just telling you, if this goon's come after me, I'm gonna blame you, Story.
From
you
what
are
I
Denmark.
From what I see,
brother. I'm just letting you know.
From what I see, I don't know if he knows this or not.
Who?
Khaled.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows this or not. But me, with this guy for the last year, those people that come see him and they express it are very hurt about DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? When he says that on stage, I can't speak for him. I'm watching as an outsider, and I'm watching the audience, and they're very, because they say it after the show. They're like, "What?" They say, "You know him, right?" I go, "Yeah, I know him." Then why doesn't he say anything? I can't answer that. I don't know why, but they're very hurt that somebody from that culture, from that place, however you say it correctly. And I know more than anyone else.
You can say someone who's Palestinian.
I know more than everyone else because I roll with him and I hear all his conversations with all these different people. We had a conversation with these doctors that were on the ground in Gaza. I had to leave the room, bro. I started crying. And like, I'm watching these people when they speak about Khaled, they're very hurt. So I don't know how.
But maybe, let me be devil's advocate one more time. Maybe. And I know I'm going to sound very naive right now, but just hear me out. Maybe he knows it, but he doesn't know it.
Right.
Is that a possibility? I'm just trying to be devil's advocate.
But that's what I say. Because I'm not
trying to be devil's advocate,
if that's genuinely the case,
right.
I don't even know what the fuck to make of that. Like, it's such a insane thing to say that someone who's Palestinian doesn't understand, especially someone who clearly likes Palestinian food. He talks about it. I want that, where that klube at? It's called maklube, by the way. And just like he's constantly referencing Arab food like that. And, God bless his family, his mother. I've seen him post with his mom. God bless her. I had nothing like that. It's the real respect, and you have to maintain that. What I was saying is capturing what literally that entire universe is thinking.
Okay, so can I do one more curve?
And the part about slap is, I'm building a bit. Somebody recorded that, put that on.
Okay.
They're trying to get bait.
So how about, what is, now me, I'm just trying to think of it.
Well, I'll do a celebrity boxing kind of.
No, chill.
I'm smoking cigarette while I'm doing it.
I'm trying to think of the solution.
I'll smoke a cigarette while I'm doing it.
Do you think it's left for it to be a conversation with you and him?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's why at the end of the special, when I do the time bit, I'm not he's not. I say he's not the only. This weed is fucking good.
Great.
I said he's not the only one behind the times. There's many other ones.
Right.
Not gonna mention names. Seinfeld. I believe what you said was, I don't care about Palestine. Well, Jerry, I care about everyone, and it's better to kill time than kill with your time. Festivus for the rest of us. I used to watch that show on much simpler times.
Festivus, that's
Festivus for the rest of us. I used to watch that show on much simpler times. I'm saying, like, yo,
I know
I
what
used
Festivus is. Festivus is when George,
when
George's father, the Crazy Zone holiday. No, you think I don't know my shit?
I know,
All right, cool.
That's the whole
Continue.
point.
I don't break everything you down. Just say.
I'll tell you I'll tell you one portion of the time bit.
Okay.
So I say, the part before that. I say, if you really care about one another, you should check in on each other from time to time. My mother always says, if you love me, show me, and that's why I'm so frustrated with DJ Khaled. Okay, he's Palestinian, he's one of us, and instead of being with the times, he's behind the times. And for this guy, it's always dinner time. I know, it's a fat on fat crime. I didn't want to say this. You know who put it on my heart? God did. Mm-hmm. But he's not the only one behind the times. There's many other ones. Not gonna name names, Seinfeld. I believe what you said was, I don't care about Palestine. Well, Jerry, I care about everyone. And it's better to kill time than kill with your time. Festivus for the rest of us. I used to watch that show in much simpler times. And what does it say about these times that the world trusts Miss Rachel more than the New York Times? Yes, welcome. Welcome. This is real time with Mo Amer. I hate to break it to you folks, but we're all gonna die. You could say we're here for a limited time only, and time is of the essence. I could go on and on, but unfortunately, I'm almost out of time. Because it's prime time and the clock's ticking. We're on borrowed time and every second counts. We're down to the wire, and in this life, there's no overtime. So always remember the one who transcends space and time. And next thing you know, there's no more time. We thought we were big time, but we're actually small time. And now we're pressed for time. It's a race against time. That's one of this, like, yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot.
A race against time.
Take a shot.
It's a race. It's a race against time. I'm high right now, but it's a race against time. And now you're running out of time. And now it's high time. It's go time. It's crunch time. It's the end of times. Until next time, Myrtle, free Palestine. That's what the thing is. But you got to watch it to understand the rest of it. You got to cut that just a little bit. I'm sorry.
You're gonna be out already. You leave me on that shit.
But it's like it's not. But that's the thing. I left the door open because I'm saying, like, yo, he's Palestinian, bro. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is. And what I was saying on tour is like, no, it's very sad because if he feels like he's gonna lose everything, when reality is you'll gain everything, and sometimes you have to lose everything to get everything. That's just how it is. And all the greats have done it. So Muhammad Ali. Yep. Greats have done it. So for him, that's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's okay. Like, sometimes
what if that's just not him?
Watch is not everything. He doesn't have to be. That's what I'm saying. It's not, nobody's asking him to be that, but just not acknowledging that you're even Palestinian, to humanize it in such a beautiful way. And the fact that he makes all these relationships and he has all these relationships, he has a big opportunity. And instead of like tapping into that and getting into that, seems like, I'm not saying it is, seems like you're all about the fucking money. And that's what the concern, I'm saying that's what it looks like. I know that's your friend, I'm not.
No, I mean, a lot of us are all about the money, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, I get it.
What's the difference?
I'm saying it comes as a price, and then you shouldn't be mad when somebody says, fuck DJ Khaled. That's what I'm saying. And it's not even meant like for real, like fuck you. Like it does not like that. It's like, hey, I know we're all thinking this. Fuck DJ Khaled. Like that's what the whole thing is about. I know you might want to take another drink.
No, it's okay. I'll bring it to the house.
That'd be hilarious if he just walks out right now. It's actually him. He just takes off his mask.
No, but the one thing I will say.
You thought I was you, but I was you, but I'm not you.
The one thing I will say
is the only way, Mo.
Is I don't understand politics, so I don't like but I want to support it when I'm supposed to.
Stop saying you don't support politics. It's not about politics.
it's more than
It's
politics,
about people. It's about human beings. I don't even fuck about politics. I'm not even talking about politics. I'm talking about the whoever's hearts are hardened, you know, and you're seeing these images on a regular basis where so many children, so many men, women, and children that are just completely decimated, literally eviscerated by these bombs and technology. I mean, these doctors that they came to the show, they're doctors. They're not even Palestinian. They're from different backgrounds. They're talking about how like fucking drones are coming and they're like making like sounds of a baby crying, and then somebody comes out to think that there's a baby out there and then they get shot. What are you talking about? And then the way the shots are is like it's 4 guns like this, and it shoots, you know, 4 bullets, so it hits all the vital organs. Like that, hits all the vital organs. Like that's nuts, you know. Like how do you? I'm just trying to be a comedian and tell stories, and for some reason, I'm in this position, and God put me here in this scenario, in this situation, and I'm just really trying to do the best I can. I mean, the guy who helped deliver my son is Jewish. Like, he was hilarious. I didn't even realize that was going to happen. I have no problem with Jewish people or anything like this at all. It's very, very sad to see, like, the inability to have a conversation. You know, that is so wild to me. If you can't even have logic or see me as an equal, it's just, then, you know, we can't even be friends, you know?
Me, I always, and I'm pretty much probably going to end it with this, but
you know, it's really quiet when you can hear the air conditioning in this.
No, hell yeah. No, you know why? You know why?
I mean, it's a heavy thing for real.
To tell you the truth, it's a heavy thing.
So
But you know
heavy.
what?
It's heavy.
I would rather discuss it with a person like you. Like, I couldn't, like...
No, I would say discuss it with somebody much, much better than me. I'm just a comedian, you know? You should discuss it with somebody much, much better than me. I can, you know, there's people that have a very sophisticated knowledge and understanding, you know?
No, I'm just saying I'm around it so much because I've been with this guy for a long time, and I hear him talking to all these different people, and I try to tell them there's a lot of people on our side that don't know anything about this stuff.
Yeah.
They don't even know where these places are. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know where they don't know what you're talking about. And like, I try to tell them, you can't get mad at these people that don't know the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not
and
mad.
No, not you. I'm just saying, we talk to so many people about this, and I'm just like, you gotta...
But how distracted can we all be at the same time? That's everybody's bad too.
No, not. But
I
now,
do this joke on stage of like I be
that's-
talking
like,
about
we
what's
can't be.
happening, and there's like a Mexican guy in the audience. Is like, what is he talking about? What's happening in Palestine, bro? Is something going on? Like his algorithm is all
Like people
twerking.
think
And shit,
it's
you know what I'm
religious.
saying?
It's not even religious.
not.
There's plenty of Palestinian Christians that are dying as well.
bro, there's so many. Yeah.
Just say
It's a crazy situation.
Yes,
But I just try to tell them, don't get mad at people if they don't know what's going on. Just try to get the message to them. Because like some of his fans, he got like, in America, we was in the Middle East, that was completely different. But in America, it'd be like a lot of Arab, a lot of Palestinians, or a lot of Muslims.
Let's live in there.
Huh?
Let's live in America.
Yeah, no, but at the shows.
Yeah.
But then there'll also be like wild groups of Mexicans that just love the show.
Yeah.
And they're hearing all this stuff and they're like, what's going on?
They're new to it, right?
Yeah, and they're just like enjoying the comedy show because they like Mo, because like it's a Texas, Palestinian Texas, and it'll be like, you know. And then when we were in Ireland, it's just like the Irish people are like 100% like.
Well, they can identify with it.
For Palestine.
the Irish can identify.
So there's Irish people with Palestinian flags, and I'm like, this is
Yeah,
the whole
the
time in
British and
Europe.
Irish issue, they can identify with.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, I didn't know that.
No, we love Dublin. The entire tour has been spectacular. Like for real. Like I don't know how many countries we hit up in Europe, but over a dozen for sure plus. And I don't know how many shows, but it's a extremely diverse crowd. The entire thing was like, I mean, Dublin was like, it was like a lot of places where it was just white people, and I'd be walking down the street and a Muslim person would see me and be like, Mo, what are you doing here? I was like, I just did a show, asshole. I was just, you had a show. Like all the white people bought the tickets first, you know, like it was, it's becoming, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's becoming a much, much bigger thing where I've been talking about this stuff and now people are like going, oh, I get it. And it's just in my stand-up, but I just like, you know.
But he does a great job of balancing.
So let me ask you.
The shows are still funny, bro. It's still a comedy show, even though he's talking about all this heavy stuff. And not only the heavy stuff, he's also talking about his family and having a baby and all that stuff. But it's still funny, which is amazing that he could do that.
That's like really the biggest trick is like you have something that's incredibly dense, and how do you make this into a thing? Like that's like the walking the tightrope thing. That's the thing where you look up at the stand-ups that you loved and you grew up watching, like, how are you gonna do this now? You know? Get yourself out of this thing. You know, like that's part of the fun though too. It's agonizing. It wasn't really not fun. The whole entire process was not fun. Syfe saw me, he goes, "You're fucking miserable." I'm miserable all the time. Am I lying? Miserable.
No, this year's been rough.
It's been crazy rough. I had to get off. I think after I finished the special, he looked at me. He was like, "I see like this thing off of you. I'm so happy to see it." Because he said I miss my friend. That shit fucking broke my heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was like, "I miss my friend." I was like, "Shit, man, I don't even know who I am."
Yeah.
No, it's a good stage. It's a good stage.
Good stage.
So let me
Are we
ask
gonna go to DJ Khaled's house after this?
Yes, yes, we are.
That would be incredible.
No, you know why?
I love the fact you guys drink only the best alcohol and also the best water. You have to have both accompanied. I want to deal with Mountain Valley because this is my wife's favorite water.
Let's make some noise for
Mountain
your wife.
Valley. Mountain Valley. When I'm parched, there's nothing better than a nice Mountain Valley. It has the right alkaline levels and it's completely natural and it's in a glass bottle. It's perfect. So there's no microplastic that you'll ingest while having the freshest, best water ever. Also a green bottle, which I love because it makes you warm, feels smart, and it reminds me of olive oil. Mountain Valley. Get refreshed. All right, cut it. That shit is expensive, bro. I gotta do it.
AI my face in your shit.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Just give me a cut, bro. Just give me a little cut.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Do you believe in that water shit or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of do. Like, yeah,
Water
like,
shit? You mean like the entire makeup of your body? Yes. Say, you believe in that water? You believe in hydrating?
No. When I think about doing all of this,
I don't know why I always channel like Eddie Murphy. Yeah, you heard of that?
Yeah.
You heard of that Mountain Bad Water? Yeah.
You sound like Donkey.
Yeah.
Oh, from Shrek?
He said, "Why you drinking water?" Yeah, of course I believe in water. You crazy? Yeah, you crazy, man. Of course I believe in water. Who the hell don't drink water? You gotta have water.
Would you do?
I'm gonna get so many comments about this. I feel. What's it?
Would you do Tropical
I'm the
Thunder
dude
too?
playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that as being you as a black man in America that he played that role? How do you feel about this?
He killed it.
He killed it.
Listen, I wasn't offended.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
by
It's
the way-
hilarious. He did kill it.
Yeah, he killed that. Robert Downey Jr.
Bro, Jack
killed
Black in that movie killed the shit out. He's always wants cocaine all the time. I'll do whatever you want. Like, remember that?
And he farted all day. The farts. He was
So funny.
He did the Nutty Professor farts over.
What?
Just remember, you don't remember?
What is this segue? It's unbelievable.
Okay, like, so you don't
talking-
remember
you
Jack
remember
Black?
Jack Black?
Yeah,
Tropical Thunder. You don't
Oh, okay,
remember
okay.
Thunder?
Oh,
In Tropical
Tropical
Thunder,
Thunder, yeah.
Jack Black played the guy. He was called Mr. Farce or whatever. But he was playing every single role in that movie, in that sketch. That was him making fun of the Nutty Professor.
Oh, I didn't
Come
know
on, man,
that.
I'm deep, man. Come on, man.
I didn't
Come
know
on,
that.
Man. Yeah, catch up to me, man.
Look. Geography, politics. Fuck that. All right? I don't give a shit about the trade routes, okay? And what is Asia? What is the Middle East? What is Africa? What is Europe? Okay? I don't give a fuck about none of that. But Festivus for the rest of us, you best believe I know what episode, what number, what season that was. Okay? Watches. Yo, son, that turquoise, the rainbow, the one my man AP got. So I'm on this group chat with the FPs, and I'm like, yo, I want that FP. If I can't get FP, I don't want that FP, but when it come on the market, just let me know what you think about this UAE watch. It's only 75 made. It's very important.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's very, very important. Hummus. What the fuck is hummus? Do you like chocolate hummus, pineapple hummus? The way you segue from one thing to the other is fucking unprecedented, to be honest with you. That shit is hilarious, bro.
Taking a picture.
Can we FaceTime Khaled right now?
Let's do it.
No.
That would be
Don't do it.
amazing.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just joking.
Why not? You can edit it out if it doesn't
No,
work
don't
out.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do
You-
it. He's gonna be very mad at you. Don't do
No.
it.
How about you just FaceTime? And say,
No,
look,
because you know what? I want to say
it
this.
after.
I want to say this.
Yes.
One, I know who you are. I know who you are as a person. I know who you are as a person who loves your people. And I know we were playing around, but this is not a playing around situation. So I would like to
Yeah, I'll
approach it very serious. You know what I'm saying? Because one, me knowing Khaled on the other side, I just don't feel like, I think he knows how to approach it or he knows how to go about it. Now, as a person who's been in that situation, who's probably in that situation right now with a whole nother thing, sometimes you don't just know how to, like, because it's a situation, just address it. Sometimes you got to sit back and say, fuck, let me think about it. Now, in this situation, I can't relate that to that, right? What I'm saying is, overall, I can relate to that. Like, I can relate to maybe not registering the drama when you caught the drama, but I'm catching the same drama.
Yeah.
It might catch me, it caught you on Monday, it might catch me Tuesday night, right? It's still catching me within that 24 hours. So that's just all I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I 1,000,000% don't think that he's the person that people are describing now.
No, I'm not describing him as a terrible person. I never said this. So you just like, I feel like you keep going back to that same thing. I'm definitely, not me. I don't think people, maybe, I can't speak for other people, but I don't think he's a terrible person or a horrible human being or anything like that. I really don't believe that. I do think that, that the world and the way it sees it and the commenting on it in the end, you just, for not being present at all in this situation, not even, I wish everyone be like, it kills me and all that. Whatever it is you're going to have to take some lumps for that. I think that's the whole thing. I don't even want to keep talking about it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, I mean, for us,
because when you go back to that and make the people who are watching understand it, be like,
we redundant. We don't have to be redundant because, you know what?
We were talking about something else that was more fun.
It's about giving you your flowers, man. Like, I can't tell you how much I thought I knew you just from your special. Both of the specials, I watched those back to back. I tried to like outdo you. Like when I met you, I wanted to.
What do you mean?
Like I wanted to be like, you remember episode 7? Like I wanted to do that type of shit to you, like because I'm like.
No, I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me because it feels very lonely out here sometimes. So it's very, very nice. Always amazing to hear that.
It feels lonely out there as far as what?
No, I'm saying like just making a show like this felt very like. It was a very unique.
You have to know that it connected with people.
No, absolutely. Yeah, right. No. The tour is great. I'm talking about the pre-making it.
I got you.
Like the pre, the during, the...
It's like going out on a ledge, not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And then you watch it and you're like, oh, I'm very proud of this. I can't wait for this to come out. And then to see reactions on tour. You know how it is. That you put out an album, until you tour.
I'm not a comedian no more.
No, but when you go on tour, you see the reaction from the crowd and you see how much of the lyrics they remember.
Just made it clear to me today that I'm performing the same material.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
We're doing new material.
Yeah, exactly.
I can clearly separate it. They clearly said, I'm in 1A. No, we go back to 4th. F. Listen, Mo, thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
I really appreciate it, man. Cypher, thank you for pulling up.
Thank you, man.
Cypher, I'm so happy you came, bro. I love you, bro.
I feel I'm here with my brothers, man, all in different worlds. So thanks for having me.
You your flowers, man, because what you're doing, how you standing tall, and where you at in life, it's not easy. That shit is not easy. It's not somewhere everyone else is gonna get in life. And as a person who's done this, I was one of the first people to work with the Neptunes on a high scale level. Not the first people to work with them, period. There was other people that worked with them. But I put them in my video. I was one of the other first people to work with Swiss Beats. It's one of the other first people to work reggaeton when everyone said, you're an idiot. Don't you dare do that. And I was also one of the first people to work for podcasts other than these guys right there. I'm talking about artist-wise. So with you being the first Palestinian, like, comedian, like, you are the Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore for your people, for your audience, starts with you. That's some fucking real heavy, what's that belt? See them belts? They gave that to us. But your belt is around you all the fucking day. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna slow down. You are a person for your people. You are a person that's representing your people, and you are a person that your people put in the forefront and say, this is the person we want for us to talk to. And I'm telling you that responsibility is very heavy. Responsibility is very real. And responsibility is something that we're going to support.
Big shoes to fill, man.
You got big shoes to fill. And I'm sorry that maybe you don't understand that you're a political comedian.
I'm not.
You're not. But the fact that how you broke down everything that we didn't understand, it makes you that, like, D.L. Hughley is a political comedian, regardless if he wants to accept it or not. And I don't, because
it's not. No, it's not. It's
politics
not.
is a wrong word.
It's not. It is. Yeah, it's the wrong word.
You're a awareness comedian. You're making us aware.
Yeah.
A thoughtful
things,
comedian is probably the best way.
Thoughtful awareness, whatever. Because you're making us aware to things that we don't actually know.
Well, it's very hard to respond to any of this. It just makes me a little itchy.
Yeah, I was trying to pick you up.
I really, really appreciate you saying that. If I'm just too close to the elephant, I can't see the elephant.
Right.
I understand the significance and the importance of it. At the same time, like, I'm a comedian. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a director. I'm thoughtful. I try to be thoughtful in my stand up and what to talk about. But at the end, you gotta be funny. You gotta know the art form. You gotta love it, and you touch upon many, many subjects. So I do protest on this political comedy thing, and the next one, I don't even know what I'll do as far as stand up is concerned. But which direction is gonna go. But this is, the responsibility. I feel like is just capturing the time. Yeah. Just keep going to that, and that's what this special is about. But capturing this moment in time, and I have zero desire, absolute minus desire to be known as a goddamn political comedian. At all whatsoever. I think by nature, who I am, it just makes it that way. Like when I come on this podcast, nobody look at this whole crowd. Like, how much politics can they actually take in? Like, it gets very serious very quickly on stuff.
But that's better for us. You know why?
No, that's fine. I'm saying, I'm just telling you what sharing with you. Excuse me, not telling. I'm sharing my experience of just trying to do stand up, and it always turns into this thing. And I think that this special was to put that to bed and understand, like,
But let me big you up before we get up out of here. That's a special thing to teach people and to make them laugh at the same time. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just so you know that, I don't watch First 48 because I don't laugh at First 48.
Well, some of those situations are pretty funny. I mean, they're not. They're horrible.
To me. But when you can entertain me and school me, it's the best fucking thing in the world. So that's what I think is the best trait about you. It's like,
well, that being said, I'm gonna do Dumb and Dumber 3. I already signed the deal for it. I'm just fucking. I'm joking.
Dumb and Dumber 4. They already got Dumb and Dumber 3.
I don't know. I lost track of Dumb and Dumber.
That would be Dumb and Dumber 3 even.
But I just want to say, man, thank you, man, for continuing to do what you do, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
Man.
Thank you for coming, man.
We're gonna keep going, man. Yo, Cypher Sound.
On the way to go. Thank you, Cypher. Thank you for having me, bro. And that's another episode of Drink Champs, y'all. We'll see you next time, okay? We will have Miss Rachel teaching us geography. All right, what's up?
His accent's the best.
Take a couple of pictures.
Let's do it.